threat.
I technically also was a government employee, which is funny to think about. Because
It really is.
Because of the way PA handles state liquor laws, I was technically a government employee for a part-time.
Oh my god, I can't put this map on? Are you shitting me?
The
Ugh,
PDF just not
I have
load.
to remake the map.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Just do what
It's
I
a
do and
25.
play.
It's 25 megabytes. Maybe I can. Maybe I can make it smaller if I. Let me see. Edit with photos.
Just do what I do and blame
Uh,
Jeebus.
um, save a copy. Bitmap or JPEG.
But yeah, because ever since fucking Harley, you guys are talking about it. The other day, I decided to start making the next one shot. I'm at least writing in the planning stages of it. I have like nothing set up for it yet, but I have just a general idea. It'll be great. Everyone will have fun, and no one will die, and it'll be less Christmas. And maybe this time Dilly won't get a fucking ornament blast to the ass.
Oh dear. Well, I was
Son
just
of a
saying that we are currently
bitch. I
live
guess
on
I'm
You
gonna
have
have
a
to
pro,
run
right?
that in two
YouTube
parts.
and
I
Twitch
hate
on my
that.
end. So
Well, you could just split the map in half. It's like not inherently a bad thing.
Yeah, it because of how I have that area kind of planned, splitting the party is a big possibility. So it's like, damn.
Eh, shit happens. I mean, what's the worst
that
that?
and
Oh, let me
then
tell
I'd
you.
have to like remake half of it in Dungeon Draft or Dungeon Scroll. So
This is why I don't ever make maps. I'm like, hey, who made this map? Okay, I got it.
well, unless somebody else has a really good rendition of like Westminster Abbey to send me, then I can't really do much other than make the map.
Would you like that in 4K or 12K?
I mean, 4 would be fine.
I want it in 4 pixels.
Literally, just sends you, goes on to MS Paint, makes 4 dots, and then hands it to you.
Pretty
Perfect.
much.
Oh, I didn't know we were making slaughter maps.
What is this a picture of? Mm.
That's my left foot. This is the right foot. I know.
I hate this shit so goddamn much. Oh, it's available for pickup. But then it's like out for delivery too. Expected delivery on today. But it's available for pickup. But if I go to pick it up, they're like, no, it's out for delivery.
This is why I generally This is why I generally just wait till the postal service delivers my shit, and I don't care, because I feel like I'm just gonna go insane waiting for it.
Well, I bought a gelatinous cube pin.
Oh, okay. Is that the
It's a
one you were showing
gelatinous
the?
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can actually show you the actual one now. It is adorable.
Is it the one? Oh wait, you have it now, or are you still waiting for it?
I will post the link in Sea of Sorrows.
Oh, huh. Jeebus, you're being paged.
I love him.
I don't know who this guy.
This is Big Green.
That's not Big Green. I refuse. Also,
Big
are we
Green
dead
was
yet?
actually
No, we
a
haven't
cat.
even started.
okay, I can hear you guys on the Twitch side as well.
Turn up the watch together.
Are you
So
guys
I
able to
don't.
hear me, or am I still
No,
silent?
you're fine.
Okay.
I had a weird thing yesterday where my mic would randomly, or my headset randomly peaked, and just like started blowing out my ears for like 5 seconds
Ooh.
with everyone talking. I don't know how that happened. I'm still trying to figure out how.
Yeah, I also realized that since I have started the Sea of Sorrows on on the Twitch, I might as well just finish up with it there on Twitch.
Finish up, dude. We're gonna be here for years.
I know, but I'm just saying it's like it started with 1, 2, and all that other stuff. So I was like at the flow with it
Understandable.
and try to use both of them.
What the shit?
How long have we how long have you actually been playing like Drake Salvation and Dungeon Dingus's combined Deepest? Has it been like 5 years?
I don't
It
think
feels
it's
like
been
it.
that long.
It's been at
I
least
think
2.
it's almost 3,
I want to
actually.
say like nearly 3, and that's it.
Yeah,
Almost 3.
because I joined around like the end of the first year, and then I've known you guys for about 3 years. So about.
About, yeah.
Well, I guess the one benefit is we won't be getting to that map anytime, or potentially anytime soon. Depends on how you guys want to play it.
So I'm a big fan of descriptions, small details, and something. So that's just general writing tips, I guess. I mean, I don't really care as a DM.
Just
Like
people
looking,
together.
that is just general DM writing.
Yeah, I don't get what that was. I was like, do you want this to be more of like a, streamlined, here's your goals, let's go get them, or
No, I
time to
want
get
more of
bogged
a. I
down
want to
for the
be more
next like
invested in.
2 months in this shithole here?
I kind of want more personally, because it's just what I generally enjoy. Is I want more like ability to interact, have the world feel like it's kind of moving, rather than here's a boat, let's go to point A, point B, point C, point D, done.
Yeah.
Destination.
One of the things that I like about D&D most is like the fact finding part of it. So if it's just like, okay, here's your mission, go do it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okey-dokey.
I mean, I will, but
I think that was the biggest problem I had with Bright and Battered, is there wasn't enough like to draw in until later on in the campaign, when I finally like started trying to get around that a little bit more, where one in the chamber's like, there's a shit ton of stuff going on in the world, just pick your poison and hope to God you don't die, and hope you find the antidote. Because God, I will say, writing the beginning part of Bright and Battered fucking sucked. Literally go to point A to point B to point A to point B.
Oof.
Then we got fucked. Then they got fucked on an island for a while.
I actually did.
Well, it is called Fuck It Island for a reason. Oh god. I love how Slaughter got so defensive over that when I told them like what the acronym originally was. Like, why would you call it Fuck It Island? Like, you put so much work in it. I'm like, dude, it was a joke, one. And two, that doesn't mean I'm just gonna completely screw over the story for it. Oh god.
Wait. I forgot. Slaughter got defensive of that? Really?
Yeah, he got defensive because I called it Fuck It Island, that's what the original name came from for the name of the island.
Uh,
For Fee, or yeah, Fee, when you guys ended up going there for that whole arc, which technically was
Alright,
still going at that point.
yeah.
Jeebus, you should have control Greed's character sheet.
I'm a gunslinger. I shoot myself in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna put his token on the main page, see if we can manipulate.
Eh.
Okay.
Spin him around. Spin him upside down. Oh.
I was going to too. It's control and arrow keys do that shit, right?
That or you can just click on the top button where there's like a
Yeah,
scroll
it's
up.
got the spinner.
Yeah.
When you get those like really annoying EMs who are like, yes, you have light in a flashlight, and it's at this angle. You have to rotate your character to be able to see.
I hate this.
Why would anyone as a DM want to physically do that outside of, hey, which way are you facing? Like, to make it so much easier.
That's just one of my
Wargaming.
favorite things to ask you guys because it throws the nerves on. It's like, hey, which way are you facing again? That's
Wargaming.
right.
Which
Just
way are we
know when you're
facing
ready
again?
and
Oh
off.
wait, Casper and Miser, you have a 22 and a 23 passive perception? Fuck my life.
Yeah, which direction are you looking though?
I'm always looking over my shoulder.
And I'm looking ahead. Alright, so they come from the fucking air.
All right, great. You weren't looking at your feet, and
Guess
Dude,
what? I'm still an Earth Elemental. I got my Tremor sense.
Oh my god. Can I tell you how much it was funny how much I got ragged on when I started taking Observant as a feat on all of my characters at that point? Fucking sucked. And then I fucking didn't take it with Casper, and then fucking Miser takes it with. God damn it.
Liza already had it.
Did he? I thought he had
Yeah.
Key Mind.
He had
Like,
both.
I thought he got.
Those were his two
I thought-
feats.
I thought he got Observant like right when we got done with the Shattered Car arc.
No,
Or,
I had
no.
that with I had Observant and Key Mind around the time Kiku joined in.
Oh, okay.
It's just again, there was a time where I was playing as Miser and it seemed like all of his roles were being filled out by everybody else, so he really had no place, and I was just getting tired of everyone else's, well, mostly Slaughter's or Ort's shenanigans and everything else. So I was like, okay, I need to play a new character or something because I'm gonna lose my mind.
And then we came up with the assassin.
Yeah. And
And
that
then
also
the small
helped me,
tabaxi with an attitude.
and that helped me fucking feed into Casper's backstory too. When I was like, this monk shit ain't working out. I felt like I was in a weird spot because the only reason I took Keyed Mind on Casper, outside of it made sense for his character, was I didn't know if you're like gonna play Miser again. So I was like, we need someone that can at least pay attention to this stuff. And then now we both had it.
I wasn't sure at first either, but then I was like, Iron Ball is fun, but I'm really not the type who just goes whack 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 as a fighter. I do tend to like versatility, and druids tend to be more druids,
I think-
and I dare say clerics and paladins are kind of where I go with when it comes to versatility.
I honestly think I just love the rogues for ability versatility, because not so much like damage versatility, but the like RP and like stuff you could do as a rogue and start twisting things like them and bards were probably my mainstay.
I haven't been a bard in a very long time, but I
Josie,
suppose
technically.
yeah, long time since I've been
That's
Yosi.
been a year. That's not that long, old man.
It has been for me when you do a lot of DMs and oh wait, you actually are in the same role as I am.
Yeah, I was gonna say. The last time I played a bard was fucking Alabaster.
Yeah, then I jumped in a couple of like quick little modules, like with some groups who were. I told you some of the crazy tales of my.
I'm not a
Bald-
power gamer. Plays the fucking armor, fucking artificer with like a fucking AC of a goddess.
and then took a max crit, max damage roll, beheading strike.
That's funny, actually.
Uh
That's
yeah,
that's just
Danny was
poetic
actually,
justice.
Danny was he was a
Not code-
barbarian, but he was also a Kensei monk. So
Not to be confused with Justice reading poetry. Actually, she can't read it anyway. Never mind. I'll walk that
Yeah.
statement back a little bit.
she fills up the poem.
I can feel the metaphors. No, really, I could feel the pages, but I can't feel what the hell all this means.
Yeah. It was funny though. It was like everyone thought that my character was a rogue because the way he was dressed up.
Well, the token does look roguish. I will say that much that you used.
And then opening line when I see the cleric is getting gangbanged by 3 giant rats and got downed or was put down. Level 1 monk at that time. Oh no, I think I was a barbarian at that point. But anyway,
Yeah.
I just shouted, "Hold on there, friend!" I do an elbow drop on one of the
Come on, let's play.
the DM even asked, like, wait, it's a 20-foot drop. Yes.
Did I
You
fucking
motherfucker.
stutter? Oh my
I
god.
think I scared my DM at that time many times with the weird, stupid stunts that I played.
That sounds like 2 free D6 for me.
I'm pretty sure I've been I'm the person that most DMs like, but why? That's the dumbest fucking thing you can do. That's just me as a player.
No,
No. All the players around the table also think the same thing.
True.
No, I don't.
You're just not voicing it loud enough.
I'm always like, this should work. Well, the rolls said no. Okay.
I still think the funniest thing from last night was literally, hey, did Syndra tell us about Eric? Yeah, she did. All right, he's getting 2 fucking lightning bolts.
Fuck you, fuck you.
Yes, she did, while I'm pulling up Popeye's sheet to blast the fuck out of him.
I'm just making
Oh,
sure.
I wanted to make sure before I shot it, before I made my next move.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Ed just let us do that too.
Yeah, I know. I did not give a fuck.
I know this is a weird afterthought, but if it's possible, I would like Smiley to make an insight check on Rasputin's like whole spiel.
I think his spiel is probably genuine. I would
Okay.
assume.
I don't know what he was going for with it.
No, I had no idea either.
Yeah, that's why I wanted insight.
Yeah, but he's out here like, take me, not them. Tyrann's like, he's not taking
Why?
anything.
You don't care about anything right now.
I don't give a fuck what he wants to take. I'm taking his head.
What part of I'm murdering him did we not get?
I don't really think I fucking stuttered. He really doesn't. I really just don't think. What are you fucking at? That Hexic understands. This is an NPC that if I am within 5 feet of, I'm using every attack I physically can and trying to bargain with Miser for more.
Yeah.
And I'm just here to create the eagles so we don't die. I have become at this
Those
point
eagles have
like-
become our trump card for this entire campaign.
I
This
am
bad thing is
never-
happening! Eagles!
I am never taking conjure animals off my prepared list ever. It's gonna stay there.
Oh, this slightly inconvenient thing? Eagles!
It is low-key one of the funniest fucking.
I
That's become a
was-
meme of just.
Oh wait.
Are you trouble cutting your food? Eagles. Are you trouble getting awake at night? Eagles. Do you need someone to help you get to somewhere quicker? Eagles.
Thank
You
you.
want someone to break your fall from a 500-foot drop?
Covered.
Eagles.
On the paper plate.
Oh crap! Wait, did I screw that up? I probably did.
Never in my world did I think I'd get this much, like, use out of conjure animals just to summon fucking eagles, though.
I just want you to use it to
That's,
summon flumps.
That's for what I could get it casted at 5th level Jeebus, so I could have twice as many flumps.
Also, flumps aren't animals. I think they're monstrosities.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not beasts.
Damn.
Alright, how does Man of Gun work?
Mostly by flailing around like Muppet, I think, but I'm not sure.
No, there's something.
I cast gun.
I cast, I shit my pants.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
I cast, therefore I shit.
Okay, so that's always there.
Oh, okay. I didn't read the rest of the Sea of Sorrows chat.
I'm gonna have to work on this map later. This is gonna be a problem.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Gotta take that picture I just downloaded, put it on here for you.
I was a bit worried about last night's session with the combat stuff. I was like, oh
No,
boy.
I was fine.
We made it out.
I think the only scary part, like towards the very end, was if I had failed that death save, then Adaria was just gone.
Yeah.
There was nothing I could have done about that. So
Yeah, there was something that was going to happen if you did die there.
yeah, I figured, which was also what I was scared about.
Of course, me
Mm.
the whole time, I'm just sitting there going, ah, shit, Miser's got this figured out.
No, he doesn't. I, I think the thing that scared me the most, and I said this in the other chat, was depending on how smart or dumb the ghouls were, I would have if they would have landed all those attacks on me, they would have just killed me. Like that was the scary thing.
They had their orders, but at the same
Oh, I
time,
figured they did.
yeah. At the same time, I may have run multiple simulations as to how the NPCs would react or the enemies would, but I have no control over my players and how the dice rolls.
I mean, I feel like half the time it's a good thing Sin and Adaria are not in the same room when this shit goes down.
Mm.
Because Sin, like, half the time would just, like, walk up behind her, stick the gun to her head, and be like, everybody back the fuck off or I kill your goddamn prophet.
I don't think that's gonna scare them because I
Oh,
feel like
I mean
what
that's the
they've
thing.
done.
That's what Tyranid would have done if they didn't try to murder her first.
Yeah.
Except Tyrion opened his mouth and said, "Oh, the one in my head."
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, our Messiah has a new vessel candidate."
Well, Tyranid, you're taking.
I
that
have
one,
a
not
dick.
I.
Oh, I just realized the only out is having Sin do it. But she's got to hold a gun to all of your heads. Okay.
Well, you're also gonna have to kill your second mate.
I said everyone's head, god damn it. That's why I have fire.
I need more arms and guns. You don't have fireball.
Yeah.
Actually, I did because of a spell book I was given.
Oh, you now
You
have
can't-
fireball again.
I am
You
not
can't-
going to ever cast it or prep it, but
Yeah. Yeah, you can't cast fireball. Don't threaten me with those empty threats.
but I have lightning bolt and blight.
You can't even hit the broadside of a door.
Oh, I know how to threaten you. Wall of fire.
Please, actually kill me. Just let me die in the ring.
One step closer, and I put up a dome of fire around them, and they will cook instantly.
Joke's on
Or
you.
slowly.
I have eagles. Caca, motherfucker.
You just see Tyranid confused, just step out like that was hot.
We're preparing a massive barbecue. Very well.
What are we eating?
Alrighty, so let me know when everybody's
Pataria, apparently.
ready.
Yep. I want to get to my OBS stuff and start switching back there and kicking.
Oh my god, go on. God.
There we go. Everything should be working now.
All right. Let me know when we're all good. Jeebus, we good?
Yep.
Miser, we good?
Yep. Just let me grab my watch together and we're good to go.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's episode 4 of Sea of Sorrows, and I'm way too happy for this, and I don't even have the watch together open, so just a moment so I can get some good old-fashioned music going here. What is that?
I'm not sure.
That was loud. Oh, it's Miser.
Oh, is that... goes on my end.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Pause the entire watch together.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, back to that. Yeah, it is episode 4 of Sea of Sorrows. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are down a player. So, Aura, our gunslinger, will be being played by Jeebus the Dingus.
I got a gun! Oh, he sounds right.
Yeah, close enough. I think. So, last time on Sea of Sorrows, the group succeeded in surviving a number of attacks. in the Cross Manor, figured out the puzzles, located all of the gems and the items for the key, narrowly outran the Lord of the Manor, Mr. Matthias Cross, aka the half ogre zombie, that began to chase them. Um, Various situations occurred, such as Elliot touching a statue and discovering the fate of a renowned sculptor at the hands of Matthias Cross and Alexa Cross. They later found their way into the locked room using the key, to which they found themselves under the mansion, in an ancient underground pond littered with countless corpses of adventurers and, well, more than Deckham could count of women that strike a very striking resemblance to Mistress K or Alexa Cross, whichever you prefer on that. Having the paladin with him, he said some words and was accosted by a Dark Lord. However, the words did have some effect as they decided to take a rest, the dead telling them they still had time before, well, what they walked into a few moments later after their rest. And without further ado, as the lights came up, as lightning began to crackle from crystal to crystal in an energized shield as Alexa Cross began to work on Kay. And the party is now, of course, being attacked by, well, mistakes. And that is where we are. So let's get back to some spooky combat music, and we will get back to it. What's a good one here?
You just grab like the first one and just start playing downward.
Oh, there we go. I believe last time we began, it was her turn. She just ended as two mistakes had burst from their jars, and she had begun cutting into the back of Kay, who was now strapped to a table which had been rotated to expose her back. That means, if I'm not mistaken, it is now Kyle's turn.
He just threw the flash powder onto the crystal, correct?
Yes.
Should I YOLO it? One in doubt. Fuck it. This won't be steady aimed, so this is gonna be me aiming for the crystal again with the dice. So, yeah, yeet. Oh, that was a mistake.
I'm afraid not.
I'll just bonus
You hit the
action.
crystal, but you don't hit the powder.
Bonus action, call those back. Gonna start just moving a little bit this way, just in case.
Anything else?
Nah, action, bonus action, and somewhat of my movement.
Elliot. A
Right.
horrible creature, which I will shift L for or shift C for those who haven't had the fun. Just came up and I believe took a couple of swipes at Deckham.
Okay. So do a quick check here on my audio thing because it's been crackling a little bit, peaking too much.
I can barely hear you, Miser.
I don't think he's looking at his microphone right now.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm over here. There you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
All right. No, that was just everyone else's audio was peaking really high, so
Wow.
I didn't fix that. All right. Just gonna help out, get Deckham a clear movement and not deal with annoying dangers. So, what was the effects of the magic beam you gave to Elliot's sword?
It's a magical
Deckham?
weapon.
All right, and I did forget to ask Moogle, but this was player fault. But the vampire bite that Elliot has, would that be considered an action or bonus action?
The bite counts, as I believe, as an attack.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just says weapon, and that's it.
Then it's if that's what it's defined as by the leg or the lineage, then it is just a weapon attack, like Tabaxi's claws.
All right. So it's gonna stick with the great sword. Oh, I don't think that's gonna hit.
Nope. The goopiness of it moves just out of the way in time, which is weird because you were really trying, but it was like I don't know where to hit. Center of mass, the arms.
Well, that'll be it for him.
All right. Layer actions. Sure. You hear a loud crack again as the arc changes to the other side. And you hear the shattering. Oh, 3 things shattering. Boom, boom, boom. I need to be on a different layer. As 3 more burst open from there. Well, tubes. Degum.
All right. I want to push this man and hopefully push him into the lightning beam.
Okay.
I'm not very strong though.
Let me ask you a question though, Decum, being where you were and where you came from. Were you around a lot of golems?
Yeah.
Make me a history or an arcana check about golems.
13.
Some golems are particularly happy in electricity, just to warn you.
All right.
This may not be one of those, but
And I'm going to use. This is so stupid. I'm going to use my action to disengage. Move up to here. And probably fail miserably as I try to misty step through the barrier.
yes, I'm afraid as you do go to cast it, you feel it, and you've cast Misty Step before, and usually when you cast it, you kind of have a sense of it anchoring to the point you're aiming at. This, you have as you go to cast it, you feel that the anchor point is going to be on the wall, on this electrified wall.
So, Elliot, you just see Deckham run, like, go into a combat stance, dive in this direction, and just hear him yell, "Damn it! Okay, hold on! Somebody break a damn crystal!"
Could we use these creatures to throw them into the crystals?
Lightning's a bad idea! Action, bonus action, movement. That's the entirety of Deckham's turn.
Aura
Aura.
is
Aura gonna shoot him. This guy.
okie dokie.
He has 2 different. Oh, I see. I'm assuming he can do something special to make his thing acid.
Yes.
Is it like a once per day thing? Because I remember he already used it.
It's the next number of shots, I believe. I don't know if he said it or not already. I think he did use it earlier. Let me
Okay.
scroll up and check.
I know he used it. I know he used. It was acid before he did something.
Okay.
No, I'm just gonna shoot this guy and hope it does damage. Bang! Ooh.
That hits.
Alright, and then he's just going to move over here to kind of get a better position. And end his turn.
Do you mind keeping it down? I hate it when the audience is so rowdy.
Silence, you heretic!
As you watch her move the blade slowly lower down what you assume is Kay's spine, you hear her crying out. And since it's her turn, these things move. And let's see. One is in combat with Elliot, so we'll do yours first.
Mm-hmm.
One. Oh, god darn it. Those were to GM. Why were those to GM? We need to do this public. So that's, geez. It's one of those nights already.
He's fine. God, I hope he's fine.
I mean, that was a shit second roll, I'm not gonna lie.
Shit,
I don't think a
roll
13
damage is
hits.
higher.
And against Aura comes the next two. A 14
Wait, so
and a 14.
are those two attacks hitting
The
Elliot?
27 and the 13 are to Elliot.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that nat 20 there.
Aura's feeling dodgy.
Is it uncannily?
No.
Kyle. You got 3 of them coming on, dude.
Oh, he doesn't have his action surge tracked.
What do I got? What do I got? No. I might as well just check this as I'll fucking throw a small little psychic card at one of the fucking mistakes. Oh my god.
Which one you aiming?
The one there so I can get my sneak attack.
The one next to Aura?
Yeah.
Okay, that hits.
Alright. And then I'll bonus action use my shifting, and I will ping what it does. And I'll add the temp HP in real quick.
Alrighty. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, because I used my bonus action, so I can't throw another knife.
I meant you're not gonna move or anything?
I mean, I'm thinking. Might as well just start moving a little bit. I need actually, what's my move now? Because it's another. Alright, so 35 plus another 10 now on top of that. I now have
45.
45 move. But yeah, that's my turn.
Elliot.
One moment. I accidentally hit the shift back with the tracking pad. All right, I am in bad shape.
Like a circle?
Yeah. Speaking of, let me see.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, you shot a guy.
Nice.
You're also surrounded by guys.
Oh,
Yeah, Miser, just to let you know you are breathing in the mic. So.
Oh, I do apologize.
No
Is
worries.
that good enough?
That's better.
All right.
So what are you doing?
I'm measuring.
I
See
see
how
that.
many I.
in careful calculations.
Simple
Oh.
geometry.
Simple math, really.
Seems like I'm only gonna get at best 3 of them. But I'm gonna go here and use my channel divinity, which is conquering presence.
Oh.
The DC is 13. Wisdom saving throw. Wait, hold on.
Damn, that's actually nuts.
Some bad news, though.
Immune to fear.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I still have my action. So, how far is this crystal from me?
The crystal you're next to?
Yes.
Well, you're pretty sure if you leaned back any further, you might get a nasty tingle.
Great. I'm going to hold my action, and the moment that the electricity is gone, I'm taking a swing at it.
Okay. That being said, as another pop and crackle occurs, as it switches to the other side. Go ahead and
Alright.
roll your attack or the layer action. That'll hit.
It's a magic
Roll
weapon,
me a
too.
strength
Mm-hmm.
or athletics
Athletics. Here we go.
or strength, whichever.
I'll go with athletics. That's what I'm proficient in. Well,
All right. Roll me a D8, please.
seven.
Since there is no other direction for that one to go, with that, it hits the pillar. But it is leaning, because these are on a pedestal.
Oh, it's getting a little closer to me now.
Oh yeah, and that could be a problem. Alright. Deckham.
Alright, since that didn't work.
It is moved, you're not sure what effects it has yet.
He was talking about his Misty Step.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
15 foot. It shoots out from you. Okay, so it's a 15-foot cube from me. Echo. Going to run down here. And it's a 15-foot cube, so it hits. No. Okay, so it'll be this. Is that how that works?
What the hell?
Thunderwave. So it says it's a 15-foot cube in front of me.
No, it's from stealth, so it'll hit around you.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd have to like
Wait,
it'll
which
hit
one?
me. Thunderwave.
No, Thunderwave is a cube.
Yeah.
I thought Thunderwave
You have to be
originated
within
from
the
Self.
15-foot cube, so you can be a corner of it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Thunderwave was
At
always
least
a
that's
weird
my
one.
understanding of it.
I thought
So it would
the
be-
cube originated from yourself.
Yeah, the cube originates.
Ah, okay. It still works for what I want to do.
Or, wait, it would be 15, so it'd be cube. I never did that one. 15-foot cube is like that. So those
Ah.
9 cubes. You
Okay.
would hit the crystal,
Oh, I would.
because it is within 2 of those cubes.
Bang.
Send it. Alright, and it pushes, right?
I believe so. I don't know. I don't have the
It should just hit it in the show.
push 10 feet.
Oh,
From me.
Completely within, so...
Oh, okay. I mean, then I
I'm gonna
wouldn't
say
do
that
it,
you would
and
know
I'll just. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna say you would know that.
Cool. All right. On the other hand, then. On that creature you can see within range. I know golems. These things aren't creatures, are they?
Judging from the way they reacted to certain things, you would assume that they're somewhere between a creature and a golem.
Okay. I am going to twin spell Acid Splash. This one. Oh, fuck, I'm on the roller. This one. And this one.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Wow, I'm sorry. But they are Dexy boys.
Alright, so the one in front of Aura takes 1 damage.
Jeebus.
It's okay. Since that is that your turn?
That will be my turn.
Aura.
All right. So, am I watching Deckham and do this acid splash? Or would I be
Yeah,
seeing
you
this
pretty
happen?
much see whatever. I mean, other than the 2 golems or 3 golems that are creeping up on you.
Okay. Did I notice that acid splash? Did it do anything different?
It hit, and it seemed to do some damage.
I think you're
You know
mistaken. He's
what?
using Acid Splash on the golems, not on the crystal.
Yeah.
He's wondering if acid
Yes.
damage does more to the
Oh.
golem.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
With your experience with acid, it did about the same amount of damage you would expect a pretty pitiful splattering of acid to do.
That's fine. Acid's good for other things, which is why I'm gonna actually use it. I'm going to, as a bonus action, convert my next 6 shots to do acid damage. And I am going to look at this goblino, or thing, and I'm going to use a Deadeye shot to gain advantage on the roll, and I'm going to curb blast it.
Oh, you're way better at playing your character than I am.
That hits. Lovely. How much I can do now? My action surge is already taken. That'll be actually going to reposition myself here. And that will be my
Alright.
turn. Yeah, I'll just like I'll just like draw out my revolver, shoot it right in the kneecap, and then I'm gonna slide under as it swings at me and then reposition above it. That'll be my turn.
He seems to be humming to herself. But that being said, can we grab? Let's go back where it was. No, of course not. That one's kind of confused where to go, but this one isn't. So, that being said, 4 attacks are coming to Aura.
Holy fuck, dude. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Alright.
Next 2 are coming to Elliot.
All right. Oh, that one just hits.
And let's see here. Kyle. That's a 25 and a 20. I'm...
Nope.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
Oh.
downs me.
Kyle, I guess I need that death save.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Please don't nap one.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I go the other way. Jeez.
Damn, one more and you would have been back up.
Alright, well, I'll put one on the success. Oh, even with like the... Actually, hold on. I have to do math. What's 19? That's 30? Yeah, even with my temp HP, I want to survive that. Actually, 31... No, it's like 3 off my temp HP. God
Sorry.
damn. Nah, that's fine.
Elliot.
Question: how do these crystals look, or is there any unique structure about them? And the lightning goes in and out of them.
When they're glowing and you're not, and every time lightning hits them, they glow brighter and then they slowly dim. The crystal in front of you is on a pedestal that is not as well mounted to the floor as the others are to the walls on the other floor. As you kind of knocked it already a distance.
I'm going to take another swing at it, but this time with the intent to bring the crystal down to the ground level and attempt to move it further or angle it in a way that it's facing more over here.
So basically what you can do is you can move it from its position. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Alright. You can either do that with an athletics or you can make an attack, or if you have something else that you think would work.
I currently don't have anything but the trust of my sword, so taking a swing at it. Like a baseball bat.
That hits. And since you are trying to drive at a specific distance, make me an athletics.
Alright.
Undiggity. So you're able to move it to there.
Then I'll move to here. And that's it for my turn. Actually, wait, yeah. That's all I can do.
You begin to hear the sparking and snapping. I would have to use Alt. Get it all nice and perfect.
Is this a save for half damage? Because I think I'm just dead even if I pass or not.
Oh crap.
I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't
You
see you
could
there.
roll 2d4 and get half damage and I'm still dead. These lightning beams could be like those fucking pull out gums that shock people and I'd go down. Is that damage?
No, that's not.
We're alive.
I'm guessing that's for Elliot
I'm
because he's
guessing.
Nope. Just let me do this here. I'm just gonna figure this out because.
He's carrying the 4. He's putting it all together.
All
It's
right.
happening.
So let me see. I need a deck save from Elliot and Deckham.
Oh, shoot. All right.
All right, Elliot, what you do is you more or less see it coming at you and dodge out of the way. Deckham,
Yeah.
you get hit.
Bye.
A lightning bolt, as this thing seems to have trying to determine where to ground out at this point.
I am a fucking storm sorcerer.
Yes, I want you to roll me a Constitution.
Yes.
Save or just Constitution?
Constitution save.
16.
You take 2 points of damage.
Ow.
I want you to roll. As you watch this hit one of the golems, particularly this one over here, and it overcharges and starts burning that one. You, on the other hand, I want you to roll me either a straight intelligence or an arcana.
They're both the same. 4.
You think that should have tingled more.
Strange.
And that's the layer action for that. Deckham, it is your turn.
So her shield's still up.
As you know, if you're looking at that, you notice that the crystal on the bottom side is slowly discharging. The shield is reduced a little bit, but you're pretty sure if the next one pops, it's going to keep the shield going.
Alright.
In other words, she had a redundancy in case one of the crystals failed.
I move down here. So this will put it in the 15-foot cube, right?
Yes, it would.
Time for blast.
Damn it, Deli, you're not in this game.
I'm sorry, sir, but this is going to make quite the noise.
It moves it how far? 10?
10. Away from me.
It's not very high damage. Too bad you didn't double crit that one. But it is moved and it smacks against the wall.
Fantastic. And with tempestuous magic, I can move 10 feet without taking AOs.
Move 20.
Zoom. So you just see these, it's literally like Deckham's back just glows blue, and this burst of energy propels him forward. And as he noticed that the gems were dimming, he's going for it again.
Deckham, roll me an intelligence.
Come on, Deckham, be smart! 13?
Your knowledge says you shouldn't have been able to move that far. But that's it.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to try to walk through the barrier.
You're gonna try and force your way through this barrier?
With what has recently happened to him with his magic and this lightning, he's gonna try it, yeah.
Make me a charisma save.
I'm using my inspiration. Fuck!
Go ahead and use that inspiration if you're gonna use it.
He already did.
What do
I
you use
rolled
it
an
on?
8.
Oh wait, does it work like Bardic or is it like, advantage?
You get advantage, and I thought I
Ah!
gave you. Did we forget that I give you one every beginning of every game?
No, he used it. He
Yeah, I rolled an 11 for the first one and an 8 for the second one.
Oh,
You gotta remember, man, dice hate me.
okay, yeah, no. Sorry, I did not
You
see
can
the
hit
11 charisma save. My apologies. With an 11, you feel like this should be hurting a lot more, even though it is hurting. But you feel like you might seriously be able to push through this, to be honest.
He's gonna turn around. Elliot, I need a shove!
I will see if I can be right there. If I still
Or-
live.
Or agreed, you're muted.
Okay. Yeah, your boy's fucked. Is this completely impeding my path here? There is no way around this or through. I mean, there's a way around way over here, but through is a no-go. So, God,
I mean, you might be able to get through it.
could I roll an acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
See if I. Definitely, I'm going to
fucking monkey
use an
flip
action to
over it.
disengage and try my damnness to get through it.
Just need that athletics check. Make sure you can slide over.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought-
you're fine.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, you literally like see it and you kind of wait for it to whip up as lightning does, and you're just like swoop right under.
Thank fucking God.
I don't
Second
flip it on
wind.
stone.
For sure, second wind. Please roll hot.
Oh, plus your fighter level.
That's
too.
12 health right there.
12 health, baby. Still have another 15 movement. I'm fucking outie.
Watch another one just spawn and fucking slap your face.
Well,
That
those
is-
are one of the few that haven't spawned yet.
Best I can do. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't spawn. That's like my only hope. If it doesn't spawn,
Miser.
that is my turn.
As I saw that,
Very
that's
loud.
a scary, it's a scary path
Yeah.
you just drew.
You're better off pushing Deckham. We'll see.
Hearing the loud bang of the thunder wave, Alexa turns, realizing that and it takes her a moment as she's looking through. She looks at you, she looks across. I hate it when the crowd gets so unruly. We have to take things into our own hands, don't we? And you watch as she kind of touches the table. And you guys know the bone saw from Bloodborne? You know, the quick one
No.
the one you get early on.
I've never played, so no.
Okay, imagine a giant, like, cleaver-sized, like, saw.
Oh.
Yeah.
With like a
blade.
pistol grip.
Oh Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Except, well, this one would have a pistol grip, but it's got the long handle. As she snaps it out while staring at you.
Hello, darling.
You should really just be quiet.
You need a facelift.
So good.
At first, you can see just pure black rage behind her eyes before it just creeps into this very mouth. I think I'll start with you first, Ugly.
Ugly, I'm designed by purpose.
Hello.
I need to roll back through because Doot.
Meredith, if I was playing, if this was any other situation, no, Deca would have tried to save you, but this is the worst
No,
situation.
no, I know, it's fine. This is the smarter play. That's all good. Oh.
Elliot, you get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I got a bad feeling about that.
Do good, Paladin man.
Why'd I roll low? Dice hate me too.
You guys can't roll for shit in this game.
That
No.
hits.
This is the unconscious one.
I got hit. I didn't roll bad. There's a difference.
Oddly enough, that actually hits. So congrats.
Wait. Actually, would Kaio be true dead? Because that hit for her full HP. Or,
Are you negative your full HP?
Okay, what's your max HP?
my max HP was 26. They hit
Oh.
me for like 30 something.
No, you
no.
have to hit at
No.
50.
4.
Okay. I always get confused on that, so that's my baby.
It's okay. If you are at max health, it has to hit your full HP plus your full HP again.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
why
probably.
if you're at 0, it's really bad because or like 2 or 3 hit points, because then it's like, oh, if I take more than that, it could roll over.
Mhm.
So like if you were
Yeah,
at
you're
26, and I
you're at
rolled a
1
30,
HP, get hit by that disintegrate. It's like,
Yeah, that's
Well,
why if you were
disintegrate
like at
just
4
also
hit
just-
points.
yeah, bad example.
Yeah, I was
If
gonna
you were
say.
it's like if you were at 4 hit points and I rolled 30, then you'd be dead outright.
Okay.
They are gonna try and move this thing back. They don't get it very far, but they try. And of course, with it, that adjusts a little bit.
Are they also getting the zappy zappy?
Yeah.
We don't want
it
them to
doesn't
get
seem be
that.
bothering them. Kyle,
Yeah, I'm going.
give me that now 20.
Well,
Nope, you're still alive.
I'll probably just end up being unconscious this whole fight, to be honest. Calling that right
Are
now.
you?
As the
Hell yeah.
paladin is within 10 feet.
So here, I give you 1 point from my lay on hands. I still have 4 more points left. So you got 1 point of health.
Hooray.
Woo!
Till these things slap me again.
And then I'm just gonna say, distract them and keep those crystals away from properly aligning. I'm going to help Deckham. And I'm gonna run and give this guy a push.
God.
With my remaining 30 feet.
All
of
right.
movement.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yes.
What kind of push are you gonna give him? Are you gonna just full barrel like?
Full barrel charge. A
All right,
little
I will
shoulder
say
left.
that if you were intending to, wait, does lay on hands a bonus action or?
Lay on hands
Actually,
is an action.
It's
I
an
think
action.
Yeah, it's an action.
All right, then I guess your movement you would not have been able to,
All right.
but you do definitely get to him.
Okay.
But I said, don't worry about me, bro.
All right, Deckham, you can definitely notice that crystal ahead of you is getting weaker. And you see that one going to the south there, down here, he starts getting shocked by this as it passes. The other two are burning off as that crystal begins to dim. Deckham,
Push! I'm
wish I could
just going to... I'm guessing you want another charisma save?
yeah.
Come on, Deckham. 16.
Deckham,
Yeah.
you reach into this shield. Something primal within remembering that your battery overloaded and everything, and your instinct to do something. Do you have any spell slots left?
Yes,
Do you have a level 1 spell slot?
I do.
Please remove it
Okay.
as if it's used, as you force the pure sheer will of electricity within yourself. You sense a opposition, but you feel like you can overpower it. As you do so, you focus everything on saving her. And you do take 16 points of damage. You feel your internal circuits sizzle, crackle. You're literally feel something melting. But even as smoke pours out of you, the shield is gone, shattered like glass. Anything else?
Democracy will not fall to the Red Menace. Do I have my actions and everything? I mean, I could definitely tell if that would take an action or not.
You at least have your movement. You know what? You took max damage. Yeah, you have an action.
Hold person.
Oh, really? Okay, so I need to do a wisdom save, right?
Yeah. That fails!
Oh dear. Find a good icon for that. There we go.
So, Elliot, again, you're always the closest one to me when I do the cool stuff. He reaches out his hand after saying that, and you just see him just like clutch the hand. You hear the ting of his fingers against his wrist, and around her, an electrical field forms. Turns to you.
This out.
Do it now.
All those armor plates that you see on Deckham, literal smoke is pouring out from under them.
Oh.
All right.
I can
Aura.
move. I can fight.
All right,
Unless you
Optimus
actually have a
Prime.
move. Oh, are you moving?
I am.
Okay. Aura.
As I watch the shield go down, I just immediately go from running away to running towards. And I just look, and it's just dead set dash as fast as humanly possible towards this fucking girl.
All right.
Oh, there you are.
Gun pointed directly at her fucking cranium.
She gets another save.
That will be my turn.
Yes!
All right. Here comes the rogue. Bonus action.
She's restrained. Oh, she's paralyzed. Even better.
Is that an auto crit?
Auto
Yeah.
crit.
Hold on, let me just turn on the auto crit just so I can do the damage. Where's the crit range? I'll just lower it to 1 for this. And then I'll switch it back afterwards. Here's my bonus action. Here's my action. When it rolls. Maybe. Wow, I rolled some piss poor damage. Actually, not bad.
Well, that's great, other than a situation.
Action.
As you go in, you see her eyes go wide, and just as you're about to hit, for the right before the last moment,
I can do that while she's held? I thought you couldn't use reactions while you're paralyzed.
This is different.
She just built different.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that it is outside of that. As you watch, what you go to hit, suddenly turns into a black mist. Almost, in your case, you've seen vampires get hit.
Yeah.
And she suddenly appears behind Deckham. Just the most twisted smile. Anything else, Kyle?
Nope. Bonus action. I got nothing else.
Elliot.
We're still.
Is she still restrained though, or is she standing?
She seems to have shaken off that, whatever effect it did it. The held person just seemed to have also dispersed.
Okay. I'm gonna burn my inspiration to take an attack of advantage. Is that okay with you, DM?
Right ahead.
Okay. Dice gods be on my side on this one.
And Toothbird.
Okay, before that
Hype as
happens,
hell.
I'm also burning my last level 1 spell, and giving her a first level divine smite. That's piss poor damage, but that's all I can throw at her.
We live for piss poor damage in this house.
One moment.
I'm just going to shout, "By St. Cuthbert's light!" Just chasing after her.
You, Elliot, if I may.
Yes.
She was raising the bone saw to attack Deckham in the back. A twisted smile on her face. You charged. Instead of cutting, you decided to
Shove the
just
sword right
run
through
her
her.
through.
Oh.
No, you've done this a few times, and you've done it against various enemies. This was easy. Very easy. As she stares down, the smile slowly fades. The energy charring at her as she clutches. She drops the bone saw, begins reaching for your face. How could you? You. And with that, late gaping hole, she slides off your burning blade and
You had
collapses
turned
on
from
her.
St. Cuthbert's light. I simply administered proper divine punishment.
As you watch her fall, a few moments later, you hear the sound of powering down. You hear wet noises as you turn and look behind you as the shambling mistakes shudder in unnatural ways for liquefying. Their bones what bones they had clatter. The flesh turns to fat, liquid, grease, blood. Creates pools of it. It's over. Except for the whimpers of Kay, who is, Deckham, ow, help,
Are we out of initiative or?
Yeah.
yes.
Deca is really trying to figure out how this table operates and trying to flip her back over.
You roll me
DM?
up
Are
for
we out of
an
initiative, or-
investigation.
Looting the corpse. Oh, did you get to it first?
No, I'm not looting.
It's a simple latch, but just to point out, she has been cut from the base of her skull pretty shallowly, but enough to get to the bone down, below her shoulder blades on her spine.
DM, I still have 4 points of lay on hands. I'll use that.
Yeah, I was gonna RP it for that.
Oh,
As you're like over there, her corpse is still on your sword. You just see the beam of red light look in your direction. Elliot, do you have anything left?
a few things. I'll walk over. Elliot will walk over, take off his robe so he can give as a clothing for Miss K, but he'll also hold his hand out, which still has a few glow of radiant energy, and give her 4 points or the remaining 4 points of lay on hands.
All right. You watch as the wound closes up. She takes in a deep gasp of relief. Deckham, you notice that it is a simple latch to rotate the table back over.
As he pulls the latch and as it's spinning, he looks to Orem. This will be the only time I ask you this, but mutilate that body. She does not deserve to die beautifully.
Actually, as you start looking at it, you hear a very odd noise, like seams ripping, as you see her body. She's aging very rapidly, drying out, the parts where you could see different pieces of skin ripping open, like a teddy bear being torn apart at the seams.
Blast! I forgot that there was the creature Xanthus.
Well, you can roll me a religion or something if you want to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's just Elliot remembers when he made that prayer for the souls that were killed. So he didn't mention it to Declan, but he unfortunately failed to mention it to Orm and Kylie. 14.
Whatever power was keeping her together, now that she's dead, body is catching up with time.
Her pursuit for immortality and eternal youth was also her curse. Still, I wonder where her dark sponsor is at.
How disappointing.
Something you all do notice, even though the lights, like the crystals, are dimming, your ability to see in the darkness in the corners of this is actually brightening. There is like a weight coming off that you have felt since you have entered. Yes, and Deckham, you start to remove that. It's pretty simple belts. She is actually rather, other than the shaking from the anxiety and such, you can see that there was no sedation. You know, you all can see that. There was no anesthesia, nothing applied. Kyle, roll me a perception at advantage, please.
Oh dear God. Fear. That's a 23, my good sir.
As you're watching all of this, you watch as Aura moves over to that table.
Yeah.
It's a shrine. You see pictures, sketches of Alexa Cross. Various portraits, fan letters. And you're just scanning, and you watch as Aura walks over, and your eye catches something. There's a box. And affixed to the top of that box with a red bow is a letter. And the name Deerhead written across it.
I guess I'll go up to the box and try to look at the letter.
Are you looking at the letter first, or what's in the box?
Letter first.
Because roll me a history.
Fuck, I'll burn my inspiration to
This?
see if I could do better.
No, I mean, it's good enough. You don't have to
Okay.
burn your inspiration. Because this is something important. You vaguely remember this box for some reason. Why do you remember this box?
So just so I'm clear, like the letter has the word Deerhead on it,
Written on
but
it. Very nice
and then
calligraphy.
okay, and then there's the box itself.
It's not a
Um,
small, big box. About hand
I'll
sized.
I'll look at the letter first and kind of hold a box in my hand while I'm kind of reading through it. Like basically, I'll kind of like psychic knife, like have it kind of pop out through the air and kind of let her open it while I'm kind of holding the box in another hand.
All right. So, since I only put this in one solid handout, you'll just have to recognize it.
That's fine.
Or I guess I could just post that into a separate note. Just a moment.
Oh,
Uh,
no worries.
I have a spare set of commoner's clothes, so I'll just or common clothes. I'll just give that to Kay for the wardrobe.
All right.
Am I still overcharged?
We will get to you in a moment.
Okay.
You zap K and kill her instantly.
Oh God.
I had that thought as soon as I wrote that I hug her.
Shocking,
Just
isn't
know,
it?
just so you know, I'm burnt out of spells and everything now. Ooh.
Familiar, what you know, I'd keep one of those.
I'm gonna minimize this until you let us know if you read it or not to us.
Would you like me to read it?
I think she'll read it to herself.
Well, for the viewer's sake.
I want to say no, purely because I think she's more so reading this to herself and is kind of trying to deal with.
No, Google was just wondering if he could read it for the people watching stream.
Oh yeah, sure. I didn't know. Yeah, whatever.
I'm reading it already as a player, but
God damn it,
I gotta think. I want to read it.
I mean, it's up to you, Boogle. I really don't care since Miser already ruined it.
I thought you looked familiar, and what do you know? I found a picture of you in one of the little mementos I like to keep. But seeing as I got something better from you, I thought I'd return this little trinket. One of my own little quirks is taking reminders of people I kill, and, well, just 'cause I enjoy such, I even stopped to watch the moment the light left his eyes. You know, he fought to stay alive, fought so very hard. I think it was maybe 3 days that I worked on him. 3 long, excruciating days. See, I have had the pleasure of being at this sort of thing for a long while, and I just sort of know if someone's gonna give up earlier. If they have some ego that leads them into delusion that they can outlast the pain. Dear Hermes, well, I'm thinking he was waiting for someone. Honestly, I think he was waiting for you to come and rescue him. Kindest regards, Captain Francis Margulia. P.S. I got to thinking after writing this, and as a man that likes to fess up to his mistakes, even if it has been 7 long years since I was there, which, as I understand, could have been yesterday for you, I was looking for this map when I killed your brother. Guess I should have come after you instead. That's on me. Thinking he'd just hid it away. Could have killed you both and saved us so much of this headache. So I apologize for that.
I guess as she's kind of reading that, she'll put it in her pocket and kind of shakingly, like with her hand, kind of open the box.
Before she puts that away, do I notice that she's keeping this to herself?
If you'd like
Because
to
I
roll a
was here
perception.
first. Okay.
Then I will need a sleight of hand if it's going to be that or not.
It's going to be difficult considering she psychicked opened it. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oof.
I,
flavor
if I
text
may
versus
flavor
sleight of
this, I
hand.
imagine that there is a shaking to her.
Yeah. Like she tries to put it in her thing and then just doesn't. Hold on, letter next to the box contain.
And that is.
You remember this watch. You gave it to Hermes. It was one of the first things you took as a pirate. Thought he'd like it. Even got the picture of him and you commissioned that's inside. The watch being complex because it was very nice. It shows the day, the time, all of that. 3:02 p.m. You remember getting there at 3:20. And your brother did.
Just some more fucking taunts from the captain. And she'll kind of put her watch in her pocket.
Is that meant to keep to yourself? The letter.
It's him taunting me. That's all it really is.
Then burn it.
No. I'd rather have something to aim my hatred at, like a sword, rather than just forget about it and bury it away. And she looks at the watch. Now he's giving me something to aim for a little bit better. And you said it's stuck at 302, right?
Hmm?
You said the watch is at 302, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way to reset it, or does it just seem like kind of hard fastened?
No, it's basically what it is. It's like any standard pocket watch.
Then I'll just kind of,
He just pulled it, pulled the
yeah,
tuner out so you can set it to whatever and pop it back in.
then yeah, I'll just kind of like put the the turner back in, just can't talk, just to get the pocket watch going again. And again, I'll just put that in my pocket.
Snap, tick, tick, tick.
So you don't forget?
That, or at least I'll have something that you could mark when I die, the same thing. She says as she kind of walks over. And looks at
After
them.
we're done, there won't be much memory of us.
I'm not worried about our memory. I'm just worried about living through the rest of this. At least, and he looks over at Deckham and Kay, and at least he gets to be happy for now. And you can shift over to them unless you want to say something before.
Kay is crying in your arms, Deckham. She has been through a lot of trauma.
My dear,
However,
I promise you, we came as fast as we could.
I want to say I didn't give up hope, but well, I mean, it was good to see you coming through those doors, even though I didn't know when she started cutting.
That is something I will not be able to understand. I just walked through a wall of electricity.
I mean, I kind of saw weirdly through all the tears, I guess. That I, I'm not sure. You got a lot of smoke pouring out of you. Do you need me to work on you?
Not here, dear. Internal circuitry is rather melty, but for some reason, as you've learned, I can work in these situations. First things first, we all need to get out of here with our lives. How are you all feeling?
Alive.
Unfortunately, I've already burnt out all my combat resources.
There's a
Also-
hole in my chest.
And if Kylie hasn't put on the commoner's clothes, I give her the commoner's clothes now because.
You mean Kay? I was gonna say
Okay, yeah,
Kyle has her own clothes. She's
yeah.
She has her bikini top. That's all she needs.
I'm gonna get those two names mixed up.
So we're good.
And also, as doing that, you'll just say, I also apologize. We could have gotten here much quicker with less problems if I hadn't lose my temper earlier. How long had this, or a former surviving heretic had kept you?
I don't know how many days, but I'm gonna guess 2? 1? I mean, I remember the ship, and they took me and put a bag over my head, and I don't know how many days that was. And then there was, they made sure to feed me. It was actually pretty extravagant. Um, they had me eat in the captain's quarters. I just threw it at him, but
That's the K I
that guy
know.
is really weird. He
I
smiled the whole
apologize.
time, and he had to make it fresh for me for later. And I mean, it was very strange. And then they came and put a bag on my head, and I heard her, and they traded something, and I remember something big picking me up and carrying me, and
Oh dear, the husband.
horrible.
Yeah. As she mentions that, Ellie is immediately going to turn his head and look at that direction of here just to see if there's anything
Make
coming
me
down.
anybody can make me a perception if you'd like.
Will do.
Hooray! Hurrah,
6.
hooroo. Where's my nat 20?
I'm focused.
Nice. 6 net. Let's go.
Nice. 69. Nice.
Elliot and Kyle, you hear a mournful.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Deckham, I think you need to get.
But it is far away.
Oh. Okay, sounds far, but
We might
guys,
need
I
to-
think it's about time we take our leave quickly before the husband comes to the sense of getting revenge for his late heretic of a wife.
There was a way out going the other way, right? Because I don't assume we're going to climb back up the hole.
Yeah. Those of you who did check her body, you did find a key.
That would be
Elliot,
Aura.
That's me.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was hovering that body for a while.
I mean, there really wasn't much to check. I mean,
Yeah, that's why I went to
she was
the
wearing-
table
she was
too.
she was wearing a pair of leather pants, a leather apron, and leather gloves. I mean, she was, in a pair of like.
For some reason,
shoes.
I mentally pictured those leather gloves are actually made of human skin as well. So she's just like literally decked in skin.
I mean, you're welcome to go check.
No, I don't need any. I don't want to add to my leather collection today. I think I'm good. That's for next week. I already have a book full of fucking eyes. I don't need more human skin.
Yeah, I just want to look over the table one more time before we go, because I'm sure there wasn't just box and letter.
Oh,
Actually, never got a chance to look over the box, or not the box, the tables before
It's just
reception
like
came in.
love letters, and it's a shrine to her, like everything in this house. There's, gaudy jewelry, trinkets, people's throwing money.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll just take the letters and hold them over a candle and then lay it back on the table.
Okay.
Deco picks up Kay and a Princess Carrie.
She definitely does not resist.
Ellie's is gonna take one more glance if there's anything that looks heretical to this shrine to her. But if there's anything that stands out, he'll just take his leave as well. With a last saying of, maybe your next lifetime, you may find your way back to St. Cuthbert's light.
Kyle's just gonna put her hands in her pockets and start walking.
Deco whispers to Kay, and Kyle, you could probably hear this too. Do humans usually worship humans?
I'm not even gonna answer that. She'll just kind of let like a snicker and just keep walking. But she shakes her head.
When Elliot says that, I'm just gonna look at him and go, do you think anyone can make it there? St.
As
Cuthberg.
Elliot is leaving, he'll just say, they just have to have faith. That's the meaning of having faith.
I have programming.
You have F.IETH? I'm pretty sure that's an program that can work. Please tell me Deckham just got confused by that.
Yeah, you just see he looks at you, just like he has zero emotions because he doesn't have a face, or he can't emote because he doesn't have a face. But you do see like this slight head tilt of the I don't understand, but
Does he not understand that she's spelling out face? But like with like acronyms.
Deckham's actually gonna hold back as he opens the door.
Elliot will help with that, actually, as he's already moving toward the door.
Yeah, no, you're the one opening the door. Deckham holds back.
No, you're
Yeah.
holding K, unless you're holding another person.
I'm holding her back.
Yeah.
First of all,
Not
as
to
you
mention-
guys begin walking, as
Well-
if behind you the lights that came on begin clicking off one after another as you pass, like the lights of a stage going out.
Guess it was her
Yeah.
final performance.
Let's hope so.
I can't see.
I
Wait.
assumed you were getting to the other door.
yeah. I was just being kind of a dick because I'm the only one in this party without dark vision.
How do Warforges not have dark vision?
Don't
They have
ask
fucking
me!
glowing eyes. What the
We're
fuck?
just gonna
Duct tape
plug
it
some
closed
fucking
because they can
flashlights
duct
into your
tape
eyeballs.
flashlights to their head, you know?
Yeah, like just fucking duck.
We're gonna put a flashlight in your fucking head.
No, what we need is a fucking clapper for Deckham,
Cope.
so every time we clap, and just fucking clap goes on.
I'm literally holding an artificer.
Clap on. Clap off.
You guys exit. The house seems quiet.
Does anybody have a torch?
Pulls out a torch.
As Deckham goes through this room, the secrets in this room should never be out into the open eye.
As you pass, though, Kay stops. Wait, those are Wait, she was doing that? Wait, stop. This research.
I am greatly in disagreement with this research if it involves harming the innocent lives.
I mean, she did. I don't know how she figured it out, but if I'm not, she starts flipping through it. So much. My word, how many years did she do this?
He puts Deckham puts a hand on her shoulder. Okay, you didn't see.
Didn't see what?
He looks down, looks in the direction that they of the hole they came through.
Elliot will bluntly say it.
There were hundreds of them.
The countless souls of not just only the female victims that bear you and the heretics' resemblance, but many of the adventurers and those who came to save their Kay, who unfortunately have failed.
I. She's taken
That
aback
being
for a moment, and
said,
then the scientist in her kicks in as she starts flipping through. She she actually almost did it.
did what exactly?
A form of immortality. Oh God, I was the last one. I was all she would have needed, and she could have. Um, it's a high, very powerful. Wizards can do it if they're very powerful and very rich. I mean, the amount of resources and stuff that went into this explains those things that came out of the vats. She basically found the alchemical version of a cloning jar. She could have just wait. Why? As she goes through, she suddenly gets this curious look. Why was she? She was right there the whole time. It just needed. Why could what?
Because she was more concerned about the physical beauty that she wanted for eternity.
No, that's not the problem. It's her notes here. It's she's always just about on the verge of figuring out the last ingredient, or this or that, or
She,
even here she writes that this one spoiled before it was able to do it. She's just constantly not able to finish it.
she was learning from an ancient being.
Yes, she made a pact with something that turned her from the light of St. Cuthbert, a deity of my world. Unfortunately, considering that this may have come from more or less the origins of my own world, I don't know if, or rather, I, in particular, do not feel comfortable with this sort of knowledge bleeding into the vast other worlds that no doubt all three of you have come from before. But the other part of me is abhorrent to this idea that all those countless sacrifices have been made for an attempt at immortality. None should go against the flow of time, no matter who or what they are.
I mean, this is just a statement about morals and ethics. I mean, on our homeworld, there's families like the Duskhavens and such that, well, they figured this out. Who knows how long ago, to be honest.
Then perhaps, as
Would you like to
Elliot,
speak with one?
yes, there is one we've encountered, but
Wait, there's a Duskhaven?
Yes.
Hey,
She is the one who aided us in finding you, along with several
I mean,
others.
wow, that this suddenly escalated pretty quick. Uh, but I would like to get out of here. And I mean, there's so much research, but this is all wrong. This is a place that just needs to disappear, I think.
well, I have a
I mean, if there's that
tinderbox.
many.
Aura, Kael, as we were leaving, were any of those vats unhatched?
I recall seeing 2, maybe.
There were 3. But I will give you this because you were probably keeping an eye for Mr. Cross. Glancing across them, the green glow that they seem to have, greenish purple glow, instead of having forms, it was more of a soup.
I think with our main lead leaving the stage, it might have given less of the forms to whatever was left in the eggs, so I think we'll be good for the time being, but doesn't help. We shouldn't hesitate to still burn this place down.
Looks at Aura because he was the one who brought out the torch.
Just walks back in. Table's already on fire, so he's just gonna proceed. He's gonna start burning everything, I suppose.
Right. I suppose
Roll me
I'll
a
take.
dex save because formaldehyde's extremely flammable.
No, fuck you.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
It's actually nitroglycerin in those pods from the bodies, and then it just fucking explodes.
Dihydroglycerine.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Yeah, I have
you
a.
actually got
I'm
my
sure there's a bunch of things that could
Borat
just
joke?
easily ignite on itself. So I'm just gonna
Jeebus, I've watched Borat.
do
No,
that.
it's not
And
Borat. It was
am I
Zohan.
muted?
No,
Oh,
sorry.
I'm not. Okay.
We were just
Sorry.
having a dumb conversation over the actual conversation.
Mhm.
Sorry.
But yes, everything's on fire.
Cool.
Neat.
Neat.
Ellie is gonna take point. He's gonna point at these stairs. I do hope this is a way out. I don't think I want to go through the hole and the various ghosts of the victims, which I hope they have found peace.
Well, is burning a human is customary after death? Yes.
Depends on
Depending on
tradition.
their faith.
If this room catches, hopefully.
At the very least, we had avenged their deaths. You'll look back and notice it. Arm, are you done with your burning? I think we're in need of. Well,
He's just looking at all the things that he's going to burn. Like he's just trying to think over what to take and what to burn.
oh, no reply. Elliot will proceed to the top of the stairs and see if he can break the door down.
We have a key.
You have the key.
Did he
No,
get the
well,
Doors
Aurum
actually
has a
just
key.
hatch.
Aura actually has the key.
Aura.
That's just a hatch, and it opens.
Plot
All right.
twist, that's actually the key to the random chests that we never found, and we burned the house down.
That's why I'm looking through everything on what to keep and what to burn. God forbid there is a very fancy shit.
We found the legical mythical sword of Strahd, and it just insta-killed everything. I'm just kidding.
Elliot doesn't have the patience. He's just gonna go on ahead now. This place is already morbid and macabre enough, and having to deal with the aftermath of killing a heretic is, yeah, that's it.
All
Like I
right,
said,
1 second.
Kyle's hands in her pocket, one hand on the dice, the other hand on the fucking watch.
Just kind of be rolling perceptions to look around.
1 second for me to get everybody moved.
I'm just writing my notes, so
Acquired pocket watch. Killed a hoe.
Fucked him up.
Gave her a 1-star review on Reddit.
Give her a fucking 1-2 schmackaroo.
That's actually how she died. Is she got a 1-star review on Yelp.
Help,
Yep.
Dad, shift ping.
You find yourselves inside of a rather dusty pantry.
What the hell?
In fact, you guys recognize a certain set of shelves that were placed against a door.
Ah,
Oh, fuck me.
You've got to
And
be
the shelves
fucking
here.
kidding me.
Wait,
this a door?
Yes.
Open door.
This door, just to let you know, it is locked.
Hmm.
You did find a key on a body.
Elliot doesn't know that.
I know. I'm waiting for my turn. There we go.
But he is gonna walk over or he's gonna lean back. Says, "I suspect someone may have either the tools to open this blasted door, or do I have to break it in?"
Just doesn't even respond. Walks up to it and unlocks it.
The door is heavy,
Then-
but you do feel it move, and you see the key also deactivates some kind of magic. And as you open this door, you realize that it was attached to the back of a cupboard.
God damn it. We went through Narnia.
You're outside the kitchen.
I hate this place.
okay, if you would, just follow Elliot. It's RP, I'll still control the token.
All right. What floor are we on now?
We're near the kitchen.
Yeah.
You're on the first floor. And as you come around that corner, you see three familiar
Oh,
figures.
dear God.
Well, this time Elliot is not in smite the holy thy smite thing. He'll just walk over to them. Well,
I mean, the first thing we have to ask is how does Kay react when she walks around the corner?
Yeah.
What the?
Only one.
She is just like, oh, what the? That was missing a jaw, and that one's missing arms and legs, and
victims
oh
of-
god, that was
yes.
missing a face.
Don't worry, these are victims 1, 2, and 3.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
we have dealt with Alexa Cross and
We
set
know.
fire to her research. Hopefully, it will never come to light again. I hope
know.
they are able to find some form of peace.
The grip of whatever has kept us here is listening. I hope as the flames spread that we will be able to leave.
He'll walk over. Do you wish for me to give you final sermons?
Are you a follower of Saint Cuthbert?
Yes.
Then yes.
All right. Player pulls out his document for prayer for Saint Cuthbert. Or at least
Here's
one
my
of them.
pamphlet.
hours
Please take my
later.
car. Yeah.
Not
As
really.
they came across the settings desert with a cross on his back.
While this is going on, you guys just hear slight scraping in the back as Deckham is drawing on this statue with a blue pen. She is drawing an exact replica, like, so how her face was, like, stitched and all that stuff. He is just drawing that on this statue, too.
You're a dick. Oh, you
Uh-oh.
gotta be kidding me.
Direction?
We're gonna-
You finish up with yours. All three. As you finish, you watch as their forms seem to return to more normal.
Go by the
before they
lights.
give you a bow and fade from view. Meanwhile, where did I put that boy?
Oh.
Oh Lord, he coming.
Well, I hope you guys were moving while I was giving a prayer and not just standing there idle willy.
Oops.
Well, Deckham was basically practicing his art degree that he got.
Oh,
You hear a door creak open.
go south now. Deckham.
Go. I have the rear guard.
Oh, what is that thing? That that
Go.
smell. Okay, I think I know what that is.
Take
You have
Kaya's
K.
you have
As you say that, you do realize that there is smoke slowly starting to pour out of the rooms behind you. In fact, as you guys pass into this hallway, you see smoke starting to pour out around that door.
right.
would Kay be willing to get a piggyback? I could start running.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, then
You have
just
enough hit
fucking
points to keep it if you slip. No.
Okay.
hits a rock, hits my knee,
Uh,
dies.
Elliot just simply looks forward to the large creature that's coming through the shadows, and he'll just simply say, "I hope you too find your way to St. Cuthbert's light." That runs full speed ahead, picking up Kay and Kylie if he has to. It's like,
I'm gonna
let's
be
move.
faster than you, my dude. I am a rogue.
That's fine. He'll pick up Kay then.
I thought
She
I had
has
to
K.
piggyback her. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
literally piggybacking her,
perfect.
basically running, because I'm the
As
fastest
long as
Yeah.
you
one.
can, not a big deal.
Or are you following him, or are you waiting for Deckham?
Guess I'll follow.
All right. I mean, it's you guys get out. No worries. However, as you guys get across the field, you hear one last. You look back, and you see Mr. Cross standing in the doorway, just staring blankly across the field. There is a sudden. You see smoke pouring out of windows. And then there is what you almost feel should have been an explosion. As the smoke plumes out. But very quickly you realize it is not the image of um, smoke or flames at first. But you see the same eyes you saw in that dark place, Deckham. Hundreds of faces. They seem at peace as the smoke rises into the skyline of the darkening evening. The sun turning red. Aura, would you roll me a perception, please?
Sure. 13.
You turn to head back towards the path at the edge of this clearing. You see a figure. Well, at first you see a burning red dot, the cherry of a cigarette. You see a plume of smoke. You realize that the wisps of smoke are almost like this figure's clothing, ragged, flowing in the darkness, the shadow. You hear a voice. "Hmm, you ain't got enough shots yet, boy. Long time yet." And there's an exhale of smoke. And he's gone. Kyle, you can roll me a perception as well, please. Because you are a Soul Knight.
Let's go. 14.
You kind of notice where he's looking.
Mhm.
And you look, and even though there's mist, you're like, that's smoke pulling off something.
Mhm.
Just a plume, like somebody had exhaled, and now it's moving away.
Guess she'll just kind of keep going. Not her place to question because she doesn't have much information to go off of this crazy fucking place.
Elliot just making a beeline out of there.
Right.
Keep only looking forward and making sure there's no enemies abound or anything that will come to impede us.
Wait, they can cast that spell? Shit.
A
Imagine.
few moments later. A few moments later. Is that you guys? Really hope it's not that big bastard we saw.
I apologize, good sir, but they didn't have any bear claws.
They did have this really interesting book I found. She holds out the golden book. It seemed to look back at me with some eyes. Kind of weird.
Yes, very blue eyes for some reason. Not sure what this is about at all.
She'll just throw him the book.
What?
She'll throw him the book.
You
It's
throwing
so
it to
good.
his markers and all.
It's.
Why did
They
you
are
throw a book at a blind man?
I'll throw it to Ismark because I know Xandahal's gonna catch it because he's fucking blind.
Actually, as you do, Xandahal's hand snaps out and grabs it. I thought it's. Thought I smelled that bastard here. Starts running his hand. He brings it in. Starts running his hand across the cover. Looks like I owe someone some gold because he was right. Yeah, he did put him in my old spell book.
Yes, our mission was successful for the most part.
Odd as I didn't expect you to find him so quickly. That really kind of throws us. I figured it was gonna, never gonna see these things again. Well,
Ismark,
looks like
Zan, I would like to introduce you to Mistress K.
Oh. Thought I got an extra set of bullets. Friends. Zan, yeah. Stop marveling over your book. Ismark kind of slicks his hair back and steps forward. Hi, I'm Ismark Koliani. Pleasure to meet you, Kay. And this is my significant other, Xandahal. As the white dragon kind of fumbles over. Yeah. Is there a handout? I always hate putting my hand out, never knowing if they're going to shake it or not, or in the right direction. Also, I
Right
the
hand
house
30
is on
degrees
fire.
up.
Oh, that is very precise. I like it.
Does he know how much 30 degrees even is up?
I used to be do a lot of things.
Here's a
And
spell
I
book.
was a navigator for a long time, so 30 degrees is just a thing.
Goes 30 degrees down.
No, he goes right to it after.
Oh,
he hears
okay,
it.
okay.
This
Anyway,
is...
not to really cut this short, but we should get on the dinghy because if my ears aren't mistaken, the island's about to collapse or explode.
We
Sorry,
did set the
what?
manor on fire.
And about that moment, you all kind of feel a tremor.
He just quietly steps on the boat, like.
Yeah, I'll take the helm and start fucking
Just
driving the dinghy then.
picks up Kay by the waist, puts her on the boat, and then helps Elliot push the dinghy and then hops in.
I'll use my captaineering skills, I guess, to fucking go.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Eeh.
So, Are we heading back to the lighthouse, or do we need to make another stop?
I think the lighthouse is more preferable at the moment. The lady
Avoiding combat would be the most prudent option.
agreed.
Also, which one of you is burning?
Me.
Oh,
Elliot checks himself to make sure
yours
his
burning.
isn't burning.
I apparently decided it was a good idea to walk through an electrical field.
Ah! I once turned the... What was he? Burgermaster. Yeah, that's right. Of Valaki inside... Well, not really inside out, but I did cook him like a turkey once. Lightning bolt.
You turned a master chef into a what?
Burgomaster. It's a
Yeah,
term
she
for
heard
mayor.
burgomaster and she processed it the other way.
It's
No.
a term for mayor.
Never heard it.
It's an ancient term.
An old term, usually
was
from
first.
war.
Is that not what I just said?
Oh.
I said it's an ancient term, you're like, it's an old term.
Sorry, my
no, it's perfect for...
For this fucking party. So you're telling me there's not a master of burgers somewhere out in this world?
no, they don't make ground
Oh,
beef.
there is.
Oh no!
God damn it, Zan, not them.
I hate that I keep willing shit into existence every time.
As you kind of do, as you guys are sailing off, you do look back, and the island is sinking.
Is that normal?
Well, when you defeat a Dark Lord, it causes all kinds of things. Well, you didn't really defeat them. You defeated the champion, not really the Dark Power itself, but being that it doesn't really have anything to tie it to any fixed point or to hold power over it, that kind of happens. And being that it was such a small one, it probably didn't take much. Now, when you get it like Necropolis, that place has been falling apart now, though that bastard says that something else is going on with it. But that place has been slowly succumbing to the mist and falling apart now for a better part of 2 decades.
I'm impressed you know all this information.
Well, when you're not tied to any domain anymore, and you made deals with the good Vistani versus the crazy ones.
Hey!
the fuck up.
Like that bastard Machiel.
God damn it!
I sold that at good prices!
Shut the fuck up, Jeebus.
Hey, he has good prices. He sold me a rat instead of the possum.
I told you it's a wizard.
That's a you know what's worse about that, Jeebus? That's a double reference that that fucking Moogle won't even get.
Okay, I pulled it off.
I'll explain the second part later.
I told you
Why
it was
that's
the
even
warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm just laughing really hard right now.
Oh my god.
I'm just trying not to blow up my mic because, and thank goodness I'm not drinking because I would have.
I almost had a spit take when you said a rat and a. Anyway.
I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're with Callisti, it kind of she sends us on a lot of work to do, and not only that, but when we escaped with the others, we kind of just trying to get the hell out, but with Zan's condition, it was always blocked, and I mean, I'm a native to these domains, so eventually, I mean, there's nothing stopping me because I got a soul, but I wasn't Vistani, and prior to that goddamn Strahd was always keeping everybody locked in that wasn't Vistani blood, because the deal, even after the conjunction rum and all that, but yeah.
What?
You have said a lot of words I don't understand.
What is
I
a
can barely
Vistani?
keep up with them.
Like.
You're referring
Zan kind of
to
picks up. Do you have how would you describe that? Nomadic, eccentrically interesting. Uh,
Ah, the
yes.
hobgoblins.
live in caravans,
Oh, the Elise or
travel,
the
and
Ellisons.
music and colorful and
Well, they're not music; they're more plant-based.
carnival folk. That's what I'm trying to say.
the Roman.
Oh,
Yes, the hobgoblins.
I don't even want to meet them.
You already
have to-
have. You bought wine from them.
Oh yeah. Oops.
You also have to remember we are from different worlds, so we each all have our own different terms. But at least in Greyhawk, or at least in, well, from my home world anyway, they're simply known as the Romani.
Yeah,
And
that's
Romani.
one of the terms I believe they actually go by.
Romanite.
Thank you.
The Vistani actually can travel between planes and worlds through the mists. It's some unusual connection to this plane, like the what was it he
Is that-
explained? The Fey folk, they get to go all over to the goddamn place.
Is that relatively safe considering the instability that this place seems to be working under?
Well, the Vistani got ways, and the magic that they wield is directly tied to it all, is my understanding. But they, for normal people like ourselves, and especially her, it doesn't always work so well. So you always, if you can, you want to have the Vistani take us through. Now out here in the sea is different. The strength is of the mist and its effects is different. You get
Oh.
into the mainland, and well, back in Barovia, if you went through, tried to go from one side out, you could pop out the other side, and there was God, what the heck did we call him? The rider. It was a skeleton on a skeletal horse. He rode from one side to the other just constantly. He was always offset, so he would move over about 15 feet every time he'd do it. It was about, jeez, if you had to cross the pass, that was occasionally take an extra 3 weeks, but yeah, that was a way you set clocks by.
Um. Well,
But on the
yeah.
other hand, you could enter one side of the mist, and if you were headed to another plane, but your other domain, you could end up 3 years later than you expected to, or you could come out two domains over and then pass through and come back out the other side in the right spot. It's the Vistani got magic and stuff to be able to detect where and when things are going to pop out and what worlds and when, and it doesn't affect them the same way it affects the rest of us.
Deckham turns to Kay. Now, I know this is a lot of information, but you can't keep thinking about the worst possible outcomes like you usually do.
I just had someone try to skin me alive.
True.
There is no scars on you, is there? As Elliot takes another look.
There is.
Hmm.
Humans heal, right?
To a
Usually.
degree, but
It is a healed scar, but it is a scar.
it might need another session or so, perhaps. Callisti may have some healing slobs that could clean out the rest of that scar, or perhaps once I can get a long enough rest to regain my strength, I can make another attempt.
I mean, I just get welded back together.
Roll me a religion, Elliot. Or a medicine.
I'll go with a religion. I have suspicion as to why she's scarred.
I have neither of those, so I can't aid him.
17.
You as a religious man and having this power, you know that in your world on rare occasion, healing of any magical nature potion or whatever, depending on what has caused a wound, it may not, it will heal. It is healed completely and fine. it does not mean it doesn't leave a mark. Especially if there is
Great evil behind
necrotic
it.
magic or magical wounds or cuts made with magical weapons or tools.
Now, okay, I was able to save about half of your luggage.
Oh, so I may have thrown some of that off while we were riding on the pole over to the beach.
How half of you slept most of the time.
I
Well,
was
Damn
concerned.
mortals and their need for sleep.
I was concerned for the welfare of the child, but on the issue of your scars, Miss K, I do apologize, but it may be beyond my current abilities to fully heal those scars. And considering
I'm
that
not
she
gonna
had
lie,
used,
I'm just happy to be alive. I mean, the scar is a scar.
I
She kind of
suppose,
reaches back and kind of, she runs her finger along like the parts that she can read. I mean, there's worse things to have, like not having skin.
Looks at Deckham's dented as shit helmet.
is Declan still
I
smoking, by the
Yeah.
way? Oh, Jesus
No,
Christ. Oh,
actually,
okay.
the smoke has started to stop, and especially if as you're entering the mists and traveling again back what you assume is south.
I just
I'm,
realized I got a
I'm
3 on a
going with whatever the current
2d8.
takes me from what I remember to get to Calliste's Lighthouse, because that's where I assume we want to go.
How
Well,
did I do
actually, as you notice
3
that, you
damage
notice
on
that
2d8?
hmm?
I'm now realizing that Thunderwave does 2d8, and I got a 3 for damage.
Yeah, and then I rolled 2d8 and you took 16.
Yeah.
uh,
Have you noticed my luck
No,
yeah,
as finally having to DM for me?
yep,
it's funny. It's fun
it's
to watch.
terrifying.
Yeah,
'Cause
I don't know how my characters survive most of the time.
because
Luck.
all of us
It's not
roll
luck!
God tier. All of us roll God tier to make up for you rolling. Okay.
I give you.
So,
strategic. Oh wow, I'm getting tongue tied today. I should not drink too much. Strategic, tactical maneuvering. There we go.
It's not
but
tactical if you can't roll for it.
True.
something you do notice as Mark is guiding you, he lights a lantern, and it's a hooded lantern that shows a beam, and you watch as it kind of angles and twists on the pole that he has it on, and he basically has you following it.
I sold them
Okay.
that.
Fuck up. Is that a since Kyle's kind of familiar with some magical items that pirates would use, so look at it. Is that a lantern of revealing? Or something?
No,
When you say that, Deckham covers up Kay's
No,
private.
that's not that's not what that does.
we used to have those in my world. Shut up, Daniel.
Why the f
No, it's called a guiding light. Uh, Part of the lighthouse magic allows it to connect to it. Uh, Callisti made, or well, actually, I guess Callisti's predecessor made a bunch of these, and Callisti hands them out to people who need to find their way back.
That is interesting magic.
still upset it's
In
not
my past lives, I was more like Elliot and Aura. Didn't. But as soon as Mr. K put me back together, these. What do you call it? Overcharged anomalies?
Hmm.
Yeah, some kind of battery issue, I guess, or something. Power source.
Yes, my power source is a bit overcharged, and I could do the things like somewhat like the wizards of my era can do.
Deckham, would you roll me a an insight?
18.
As you're saying that, it occurs to you on your internal heads-up display, there's an icon you've never seen before.
Processing. Gonna focus on it.
As you do so, you suddenly read in your internal dialogue. Air blockage detected. Seek maintenance.
Damn it. He says damn it out loud. After he says processing.
Are you all right, Deckham? Is the damage?
The internal damage is reading an error. A new error that I haven't seen before.
I don't have my tools with me. They were in my luggage.
I mean,
Mr. Yeah, he would actually call her. Mistress Callisti might have the magical tools required. She seems to be quite the specialized individual.
Right, you said she was a Duskhaven.
Correct.
Is there something unique about these Dusk Havens that we should be aware of?
Incredibly potent magical casters. Morals were thrown out the window centuries ago, though.
So, are we potentially dealing with another Alexa? As Elliot is
No. They seem to run by some sort of code. Depending on the Duskhaven. And from what I've seen from this one, I have yet to come to a distinct conclusion, but she seems to be one of the ones that follow their memory not found.
well, not as convincing as I hoped for. I shall discern to your judgment then.
I am an incredible judge of character.
Elliot just remains silent and just continues.
I'm not gonna say anything as I'm driving the boat. As soon as he says that, she just stifles a laugh and just keeps fucking following the light.
You feel he's not looking at you, but it's that weird feeling you get when you cut your hairs stand on end, both you and Aura. Like he's looking at you, but he's not looking at you.
That's fine. Wouldn't be the first time.
Scanning.
Yes, but not saying it out loud.
Yeah. Elliot just kind of goes quiet, turns, looks back to the.
Actually, out of everybody in the boat, it's brain frying. Kyle, Aura, and Ismark. He doesn't trust Ismark yet.
Understandable. I mean, I'm just laughing. What's not anything?
So if you guys have anything else to talk about on the boat, now's the time. Otherwise, the journey is fairly uneventful.
He would bring this up. Deckham will look across the boat. All of you, I would like to thank you for aiding me in saving the mistress. If you need my services continued, he looks at Kay. You need time to rest.
I mean, I guess I don't understand what's really going on. I mean, are we able to leave or?
We are not. Everyone needs their particular item that was taken from them.
I am curious, though. Callisti did mention that the child and possibly Mistress K here are not bound by any anchors. Neither are you, since she is present here. Would that conclude that the three of you are capable of leaving these areas?
It may, but as a warrior, I cannot allow myself to leave while you three are still stuck here. I will do everything in my power to get Kay back to Jordoba, but I will remain here and aid you in your quests.
Ismark kind of, or Zan kind of chimes in after a moment. Actually, if I recall, let's see if Kay was the one taken. You're gonna have to go through with the rest of her plan, because that means the miss marked you. I don't know about the girl.
Elliot's eyes narrow immediately as he looks directly at it was Xander who said that, right?
Xandal,
Xandal?
yeah.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna get names wrong left and right until the end of time. But anyway, Elliot looks at Xandal and says, "What do you mean that the mists have marked them?
Well,
Are you
you
saying that
said
the
she's got a
child
scar, right? The
silence?
dark power. It. Same with me. I mean, I got my eyes back, but until I get it corrected, I'm just as stuck here as everybody else.
Then what of the child, Shelley? She was nearly killed by the pirate captain. Surely
Mm,
this place is not for a child."
well, yeah, I guess you're gonna be just as sad as the rest of us about how many children there are in Domains of Dread. But is Mark cuts in.
Elaborate.
If she wasn't marked by the mists, Callisti said that, I don't know what she exactly said, but if Callisti thinks she can be sent back, then that might mean she wasn't connected. Like each of you, with something being taken, it's the mists. I mean, not just that asshole of a captain, but the domains of dread connecting to you, wanting you to stay. You have to fight and get out of the whole tangled mess. But Callisti thinks the girl might be able to get out of here. That's a different story. She might not have been marked or tainted or how do I put this? I mean, what condition is she in?
Currently, she seems like she's still in a coma.
Has she been that way the whole time?
Elliot really thinks about it. Possibly. She was almost hanged by the
Well, I
cap.
mean, if she was, if hmm, how do I explain this in a better terminology? Zan, maybe you can chime in. Well, if the girl wasn't, so in a situation we just came, the K has witnessed and suffers not just the physical scarration, but the mental and spiritual scarration, so to speak, like the rest of you. The strong emotional ties, the spiritual ties, the effects of interacting with the domains of dread itself. Now, yes, you defeated the one that took and tried to lay claim over K, and therefore Deckham by proxy. But the scars linger. So that means it takes a lot more to get out. I guess in a history lesson, Ismark, tell him about Barovia.
Oh, God.
Uh,
Meanwhile,
basically, in Barovia, Strudel von Fuckstein decided he wanted to have entertainment, or longest fucking suicide ever. I'm still not sure on that. But he'd bring in adventures like, well, the white boy there, and his crew, and all those that didn't make it out. And in my lifetime, at least 50 other people. At least. That's not counting how many iterations we went through, reincarnation and all that crap being stuck there in the first place. Something telling there's over some 600 years of that shit. Needless to say, though, the idea was he'd bring in people, and yeah, the end game was to defeat Strahd and gain all these items and basically repeat history over and over and over again up until, well, in our case, somebody broke the cycle in the game, and well, that's how we got out. They figured out how to stop, well, my sister, which was actually, yeah, my sister Arena, and uh, it was a convoluted thing, as she was the reincarnation of the guy or the gal that Strahd was trying to get to marry him back before he became a vampire, but he was too old. She decided to marry his brother because he was younger, prettier, and a paladin.
as you're talking,
And
fucking
just to
Kyle's
cut
like,
into it without.
yeah, no. Kyle's just looking for a fucking like, my God, is the shipwright gonna end? Where the fuck is the island?
Deckham is doing internal maintenance.
The sad part is that while Elliot was interested at first for answers to
And that it just kept
Shelly
going,
and
and it's like,
yeah, I was gonna say as soon as he was looking for information about freedom for Shelly and Kay because to him they're innocent, but once it goes on with the story, it's just like he's staring, but it's very clear that the lights are off right now.
I mean, Ismark's looking out into the fog, so he hasn't really noticed that all of you have checked out as he's trying to do this. And of course, Xandahal's blind as fuck, so.
I
Yeah,
imagine them
so
just like talking into the distance, and all of us are just like,
I
But he
suppose
basically goes into the whole story, like the general storyline of the Curse of Strahd module.
yeah.
Like, they come
Yeah.
in, they do this, they do that.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
Kinda,
at least Deca, Aura, and Kylie would notice that Elliot is like still as a statue at the moment.
yep. Well, after a few hours.
Oh my God, he keeps going for a few hours.
Nah, I'm just no. He goes on for a while, but after a few hours of travel, you do arrive back at the lighthouse.
No, I'll flavor this. Like Kyle's just like hitting her head off the steering wheel after like the third hour of the talk.
After the
It's like,
internal maintenance is done, Deckham puts a hand on Elliot's shoulder.
There's no response at the moment.
There is an electrical shock.
I would mention
Oh.
though, you are getting an error message on your repairs.
Yeah, he figured. After like the he probably tried it about twice and then gave up. It's like, fuck. I need somebody who's better at this shit than I am.
Okay, you got Elliot's attention.
We'll save her. You're not
That is-
looking at me.
Elliot just
Your eyes are tracked off my right shoulder.
Oh wait, we were speaking. Deckham, I do apologize. The story just bored me to the point of standing still.
The story was quite intriguing.
I
Apparently
lost
there's
track.
a vampire that steals people and makes him do really, really terrible things.
Mostly stupid tricks like freaking. One time he had him chased by bears on balls.
Yes, I remember the story. You were telling a story about a dwarf that found a spear that drank blood.
Oh no! It was a hairy old man who had the spear, and when he died, they buried it. And the spear was always like, "Oh, you're a bloodthirsty bugger. You should pick me up."
I was referencing one of my very old characters with that one.
A very old character, which could easily be said that a very hairy mounted dwarf found said spear.
Yes, he met one of the lords of my
God.
Grell met his old character and made a deal that he would pluck out Strahd's eye with a spoon or a fork.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I hate
For
this.
Yule of everlasting mead.
Oh yeah, that's how we got the wine weird.
No, I already had the wine weird. I also wanted more alcohol, but I never got to do it.
Oh yeah. Anyway, we're getting off topic again.
Yeah.
We're fantastic at that.
Yes.
Want to be a D&D campaign?
Now,
with
okay.
yelling.
Do not be surprised when this woman is tabaxi. I was, and she got really agitated about it.
I tried to pet her. Didn't like that.
Not a good idea.
You tried to pet a dust cave? I'm amazed that you're still alive.
I think that's why she has the horns.
Are these dust caves really to be trusted? The more I
That
keep
didn't
hearing.
seem too bad.
Depending on the
Yeah.
one you meet.
Hmm.
Oh, there's one. Oh. I just like to thank the Lord I don't have the male appendage.
Goes to the door, knocks it loud.
Actually, right as you go to knock, the door swings open and she's standing there.
And goes
Pulls
right
out a
above me.
watch. She's holding a watch, and she turns and looks over at Ismark and Xandal. You took the scenic route, huh?
She was driving.
I got
Sailing?
told the story for 3 hours and hit my head off the wheel too many times.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Ismark
fine.
looks offended. Zan's just smiling, that like smug, like ah.
But I am. Sorry, go ahead.
Goes to be the
You go ahead.
What I just imagined was like literally as he was talking, just like she keeps like steering it, like isn't paying attention, and then just has to keep course correcting.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. Go for it, Moogle.
Nope. Go ahead.
I was just saying, as we make landfall, Terran, Deckham puts a hand on both Ismark and Zan's shoulders. We couldn't have done this without you two. Oh, bye.
Well, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
Zan is like, oh, yeah, that's no problem. And Ismark's like, yeah, we know. You didn't have a boat. It's
Very true.
You
And
know,
I don't swim
Yeah.
well,
I hope she has coffee.
I think.
Oh, yep. You see Zan. Yep. Fresh water.
Looks over at Kay like a steel rod. Is there any way to make me more buoyant? Apparently we're going to be dealing with a lot of water. And being a metal person, it's not great.
I mean, there was a theory about using sheep's bladders as a flotation device, but
I will find some sheep.
It would take a lot of sheep for you, dear.
Shit. Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Shall I go into center mode?
I mean, do we need to? Is this place not safe?
She knows this, but Deckham goes completely still, and that's him like thinking, but mainly thinking of a lie. Yes, it is safe.
You're Callisti. Yes, it is actually very safe.
Relatively.
I mean, Only if the astral dreadnought in the basement gets loose, it would be a problem.
Excuse me, the what?
Nothing. That was a joke.
Of a
I'm not
This,
basement?
at them.
at this point, I don't expect anything to be a joke considering what the hell we just dealt with.
Now, I'm guessing. I mean, I guess you guys could tell me about it, but I can assume that it was pretty bad. And Elliot, her fever is broke, but she's still not awake, which is a good thing. I've kept her sedated.
I heard something disturbing that she might be forced to stay here due to the evil, the evil that has marked her or something.
No, it hasn't. That is the one benefit.
Hmm.
When, if I'm understanding the ruses correctly, when she almost died, you actually weren't entirely in the domain, so she's not bound by the domains of dread because she didn't technically begin passing through the barrier of life and death here. But she is in a state of limbo, and the sooner we get her out, better. Which comes to the situation, but I'm guessing this is Kay?
Goes over to Deckham.
You see, just yeah, I think you noticed it. I'm not sure if you did or not, but I think I was actually only Kyle. Deco is just there's just these red dots that track the entire room. As
Actually, as you try to go into sentry mode, you find that you can't.
ah error. Oh, oh, this is a terrible error.
I feel like
Mistress K, sentry mode is malfunctioning.
I'm guessing he needs maintenance work.
I did walk through a field of electricity.
Follow me, please.
Walks up to K. Whispers very, very loudly. That's the Duskhaven. You can tell by the hot.
Not
I
gonna
guess I
lie,
did
I know
forget
you
to
said
introduce
hat,
myself,
but I thought you
yes.
said you could tell by the hot.
I thought so too.
That's the accent, my guys. I'm sorry.
I know it's
Alright.
funny though.
Can't it be both? No.
No, illegal.
I'm a robot man. I don't even have those parts.
You just glue some fur onto, then you do. Sorry.
Shut up, goat woman.
Anyway, she leads you in, and this is where she's had like extra storage and stuff. But you do see an area that's been moved around into a sort of work area with a chair. This should be all the tools. Let's see. Oh, here it is. As she hands a screwdriver. This one's special, so anything you need, just
Ah,
just push this
DeWalt.
way. It is actually on Jordoba. I'm imagining it's a very expensive one, but it's known as a universal tool, which means it can be any toolkit.
That is. Yeah, that's Dwarven make.
Yeah, it's that magic item where it's a wondrous, but it can be smith's tools, it can be tinkerer's tools.
Yeah, that's absolutely a Dwarven tool in Jordoba.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I lied. That's Gnomish.
This one though, surprisingly, is Elvish make, because you can tell from the engraving, and definitely not from Jordoba.
Okay. I was like, not in my world.
Yep. But you know what tool it is.
Mhm. Well, Deca might
Yeah.
not, but Kay does.
So you just have to push here. The bench is set out. Judging from the age and the model, and I'm not entirely sure what happened, but it definitely smells like something burnt. But if he's still moving, that means he's probably not completely dead. Yes, that's what I believed he was too. Deckham,
Wow.
I guess we should get to work.
Yes, I did perform some personal maintenance before we walked into that room, but the electricity did more than overcharge the capacitors.
Yeah, I noticed the ash falling out.
Also, noticing war unit Alpha 12 highly malfunctioning. I believe I am now just Deckham.
Callisti kind of Warforged were my area of study. I just know the the basics of manufacturing and the manufactoriums and all those that produced him. You're definitely a rare case, so I'm going to leave the to the people who know what they're doing. Before
Okay, if you would like some of your more manufacturing clothing, they should be placed in the area that Zan went in. I believe that's where I placed your
also there
bags.
is clothing if you go to the dresser on the right. I guessed her size, or at least the chest will. Excuse me.
Did Kyle actually throw away the clothing I brought?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was hers, but there was some stuff that did wash up on the beach, this morning.
I'm so glad that's actually canon.
You actually like turn and hanging from some wires is like wet underwear and stuff.
God damn it.
Huh.
Well, you can't say I didn't try. Going into repair mode.
And we will get back to Deckham in a moment. Callisti walks in. All right, so Elliot, since you are concerned, yes, I can send her back. I have been able to ascertain that my ability to cast the gate spell, and with her current situation, so long as we can pinpoint exactly where to send her, we can send her back. Or technically, we can blue veil her, but one tends to be a little bit more tricky and takes 6 hours, and I don't have the materials for that one. Which also comes to the problem I don't have materials for the other one, which is, I mean, unless one of you is packing around a 5,000 gold piece worth of diamond, single diamond.
Mm. Perhaps the alchemist has it.
Um, I asked, and he said no, but he did give me some leads on well, a counter, yeah, what would we say?
An accountant.
Substitution.
Uh,
There is the accountant too. That's the other substitution. Um, Not entirely sure how good that one's going to be. And you hear a groan from Ismark. Yes, Ismark, it's that one. You hear
right.
Zan, who's like munching on what looks like a waffle. I mean, we'd have to go see them anyway.
Right. Either way, if these, I guess, fetching journeys would aid to get the child out of here, I am willing to go alone if necessary.
Well, depending on which one you would choose, that actually could be a suicide mission.
Don't you fucking dare! Ow! Oh, welder! Ow!
Yeah,
Wow.
okay, back there. Okay, hold still. Just that
Wow.
is a lot. That is a lot of ash. I don't even know what's left in here.
Wow.
I
I
mean,
do
it's
not
like the
know.
whole thing is just it's burnt. Wait, there's something under
Not
here.
that wire!
Not that.
Yes, well, I would be remiss if I were to ask others to follow along among my own selfish quest on that particular part. But he looks over to Kylie, then to, especially to Aurum. I don't know of your circumstances too well, and we have not known each other long enough, but well, I am certain that Deccan would not disagree and most likely come along with. Where exactly would you two lie if I were to ask for your aid to help me send the child back safely to her home?
Are you
Completely,
gonna punch another statue?
completely different. Hexic, what is your character's name?
Aura.
We've been calling him
Aura.
Aurum for so long.
Aura. Everyone's been
Aura.
calling him Aurum, and I just assumed it was the miser effect.
Yeah, it was literally the miser effect. So
It was the miser
So
effect.
yeah, I will now be calling him Aura. I am sorry.
It's okay. I
Aura.
was used to it at that point.
Just correct me. Don't hesitate to correct me. I know it's the miser.
Well, I have. But it's alright. Don't stress about it.
But
Aura. There we go.
like I said, Kyle's kind of like sitting on the floor, basically saying, "Are you gonna punch another statue again?"
I make no promises. If they are a heretic, then yes.
She looks. She steps up for a second.
1 second. It's just
Yeah, no problem.
busy night in New York City. Gotta love it.
She'll hold out her hand to him and basically say, "For the time being, since we seem to be the only ones really working against this, and it seems like the world's against us, I think it'd be better for us to work together rather than split up and then watch someone go die off as much as it would." She just kind of like bites her tongue for a second.
Elliot would finish for her a museum.
A little bit more than that, but we'll leave it at that for simplicity's sake.
Yes,
But
I kind of had the idea.
but we're still all in this together, and seeing as that we need to work together to some degree, as long as you're willing to protect me, I'll be willing to help you get to see your end through as well.
Hopefully not my final end, but
I'll make sure to piss on your gravestone every time I walk past it then.
considering the likely odds of that, I might end up outliving you. But Elliot will shake Kylie's hand.
Oh,
I will do what I can to not let you die in my presence.
Like, you say that, and just the look she gives you, it's kind of like, okay. Not like the scrunch look like she was giving before, but like a weird kind of confused look, I guess is the best way to put it.
Well,
And then she'll.
unfortunately, he has no emotional look right now. It's just very.
Oh, I figured he didn't, but that's just her. And she'll kind of just go back and sit down. Back on the floor.
And you, Aura?
Sorry, someone walked in.
It's alright.
I'd be a fool not to accept help. As long as you help me get back what's mine, then I suppose you're useful.
That's fine. As long as we're clear on what we are looking for objectively.
To what extent would I go to protect the child? not as far as my own life.
And I'm not asking for your life. I'm just simply asking if you would aid me in my particular quest. Or at least my selfish request. You're not obligated to give your life, nor do I expect you to. Perhaps one or two bullets aimed at the enemy direction, but I would at least like to know if you're not going to, as the saying goes, shoot behind the back.
I've never heard of that saying.
Well, usually they call them backstabbers or dangerous types. And considering that we do not know each other all that well, and as he gestures his hand motion toward where Decim and Kay are differences, including my own shortcoming of a short temper, nearly cost Decim his mistress. Partially on my fault, but I'm simply trying to find a equilibrium of cooperation and mutual aid. We don't
Why
have
do
to.
you want the child alive?
Aren't all children valuable and should be home with their families?
As you say that, Kyle just coughs.
The
Yeah,
thing is,
Hmm.
Elliot actually says it with a very straight face.
I know. That's not what
I
she's coughing about.
I don't understand.
Wait. To
What is it
was
that you
that
don't understand?
I don't quite know. I don't understand this. I'll figure it out.
Well,
You just notice he has his face is just kind of, it's not like threat or like questioning what you said. He is genuinely confused on why you would place the value of a child's life over yours. Like as if this is new to him.
well, until you form that question to him, Elliot will not know, but he'll just simply say, if you wish to be as blunt as possible with your questioning or thoughts, I'm always here
I'm,
to listen.
there's no bluntness. I just don't understand.
What is there to not understand?
He just
Well,
looks off.
well, perhaps it is because of one of my upbringing. I am loath to the idea of children being separated by their parents, or losing them, or parents losing their children.
well, we probably have time while Deckham's probably getting punched a million times over and screaming in another room. We could probably just swap stories.
Before
Willie?
you do that, I just wanted to mention something.
Who's that? Was that Callisti or Ismark?
Yeah,
Okay, this is what.
as she's going through some books, and she has had like, especially to Kyle, it has been obvious that like at certain things that Aura has said, she's just rolling her eyes like, "Oh my god, I've heard this before."
Mhm.
And she kind of goes, "Oh, so just so you understand, Mr. Morris comes from a world that is considerably harsher than yours. Survival is just is a thing, not a well. Your life is more important on his home world than others, which is probably more than the reason why it's got its own problems.
Hmm.
Needless to say, though, we will require some items, so it's good to hear that you're all working together. So, your first option, of course, is to actually find a diamond that big. Now, my understanding is, she kind of looks around the corner. Uh, you see her, she kind of is weird as she kind of pulls a stone out of her pocket, rubs her thumb on it, holds it up to her here. Did we happen to find that diamond? Uh-huh. Oh, really? And the alternates? Okay. And she puts the stone down, her back in her pocket. So, the diamond, we'll have to have some or friends help us go that far because that is a considerable distance. And well, first you'd have to go over to Gallows Hanging Graveyard. That's always nice.
Why is the
Um.
diamond in the graveyard?
Oh no, the diamond is actually on a very small island chain that was pulled from the world. Very feudal, honor-bound society, but a lot of political intrigue, and they're always fighting each other.
The moment you say political, her eyes just kind of like, no.
I mean, it would be a heist. You would have to infiltrate, get into the Shogun's horde, and steal it.
Now
Oh,
she's interested the moment you say heist.
that sounds simple.
What is a
What's the
shogun?
catch?
Well, I mean, if you're talking extremely highly armed armada, I don't even know if I don't even know if the captain would go after that.
Oh,
But I'm sure you guys could figure out ways to do it. That place is, like I said, lots of infighting amongst the feudal society, even though it is ruled over by one. The under groups are vying for power all the time. Second option is the accountant. The replacement there would be a soul coin. Have any of you been to the Nine Hells?
No, why?
no.
Why
I mean,
would I go there?
I mean, I guess that was a stupid question. But you never. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've been to a lot of places, and I have come across people who just happen to have, from stupid reasons, usually
My
making deals.
PTSD is fucking going through the roof.
Uh,
But they have a thing where they convert a damned soul into a form of currency about 8 inches across by an inch thick, and well, the accountant happens to have one that would be worthy of that value.
and how much is the value of this currency?
Well, it's 5,000 gold worth.
Oh,
But you also said it's worth souls, so how do you transfer gold to souls?
I'm even just disgusted by the idea of a soul having a price upon it.
Oh, I am too, but I'm just intrigued by the
We
general way of it
we are
works.
talking evil. I mean, we're not talking good people. I mean, yeah, it is a soul, but that is kind of where the value of the power comes from. Is that the deeds and acts that that soul did in its time before becoming a coin have generated a lot of power. That power, of course, can be converted into magic.
Elliot's
So
just
it's
quietly
so it's
cracking his
like
knuckles now.
so
that
it's like
seems reasonable.
so it's like a weird lich, but in a coin form.
Everybody, roll me a perception real quick.
Oh no. I kicked the shit bucket and now I'm about to get fucking punched. Wow.
You have
Deck.
persuaded the shit out of whatever it was.
Yeah, Deckham, you persuaded it real good.
Fuck!
Look, and I'll burn by inspiration so I could actually do good on this.
Alright.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll also burn my
Up
fucking D6.
above you, Deckham, you and Kay first hear it. Everybody else does. You hear a voice. Did someone say lich?
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
What?
You see Clisty turn the corner.
Character.
Zool, go back to work.
Zool?
You have
Uh,
a lich?
Yes!
Shut up, Jeebus.
you are an embodiment of my spell book. You're not a lich anymore.
Fuck you!
No. You're so gross.
I don't have that anymore, but I'm here!
Dude,
Set it on
wait.
fire! Thought it would be a good
Why-
idea! It's a bad idea!
Why is your spell book a lich?
Because I'm of Order of Scribes, wizard. Very. Yeah,
Is
I
that
have
why
you
I'm
know what an
here?
awakened plant is?
Do I know what a what is? Sorry.
An awakened plant.
Sorry.
You know, the druids do it. The nature people.
No, I live by the sea. Why the fuck? Unless someone's like awakening seaweed.
I mean, I've seen that, but yeah. Basically, my spell book is
Great smoking.
sentient.
Fuck off.
I'm not. Zul's here now.
I'll be right back.
Damn it. I hate
I think that's enough explaining.
You're enough explaining.
Zool, please just go back to watching the experiments.
Fine. This
Thank
one got all
you.
crunchy.
Oh. Wait, what?
I bit it.
Oh. Write that as a note.
I don't have hands! Right, no, I'm a book. I'm done.
I hate you so much,
You,
Jeebus.
thank you.
Oh my god. Anyway.
She, and so I mean, he's the accountant. He's an Akarnaloth, so he's gonna want to make a
Oh god.
deal.
A what now?
An
He's a
Arcanoloth.
devil.
Again, haven't really dealt with that much stuff, so.
They're assholes.
He wants to make a. He's gonna want to make a contract. Probably knowing him, it would be with interest, and I mean, it might be the easiest, but I mean, you are making a deal with the devil, and some people do take offense to that.
That's putting it lightly.
And there's the third option, which is closer. You can go back over to Bell's Harbor and deal with the Nocturna Carnival to find Whitestone. And from that, you hear Ismark, and he goes, "Fucking vampire! God damn
Nope.
it!"
The moment you say vampire, she's like, no, I'm liking the other two options.
Well, I mean, they might be more reasonable. I'm not gonna lie.
The moment you
You're-
say reasonable vampire, she's just rolling her eyes.
Irony that there's a half one that's right next to you.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's a bit of a difference because at least she's willing to work with you. I think she's not gonna bend her knee that much.
I mean, knowing them, and if you go in with the right situation, put this, they're more nobles in acceptable terms and the worst kind at the same time.
Wait, you said noble vampires?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not fucking dealing with those people.
I'm inclined to agree, and I have not yet even seen any of my own other half.
Well, I
So
was kind of thinking you might be interested in being your condition, but
Mm. You haven't seen what the treatment my particular situation brought me.
okay, I'm sorry about the awkwardness. I really don't know how to respond to that. So yeah, got that's we need that, and then I can perform the ritual to get her back. Well, spell. Um, in the meantime, though, depending on which ones you choose, like I said, The one is literally over at Bell's Harbor where you met the alchemist. Um, I have no idea what they would want you to do. I mean, it would probably be some menial labor knowing them. Last time I had to deal with them, they let me see that. Oh, right, right. What is with the bears and and the giant balls? I don't. Vampires are fucking weird out here.
So Moogle, just
I mean,
above the
granted,
table.
he's not as bad as them.
Sorry. Just above the table, then our options are basically a heist from feudal to
Shogun.
from a shogun, dealing with some noble vampires, or going
The other an
to
Arcanoloth.
yeah. God, I hate all their choices actually.
The fact is, like, as Ellie is like putting his three fingers up, and it says, "So we're basically down to stealing from some crazy. I still don't even know what the hell a shogun is. A
Think of a king, emperor. They have those on your
very
world, yeah.
well. I can understand that with the king and emperor, but never heard of a shogun before. But we're going off topic. The second choice is you see, he actually grits his teeth. Fangs are not there, but you can see the frowl, the scowl almost. Dealing with an Arcanoloth, a devil of all things,
Yep.
and the trainment of souls. The third choice, which is also just not as favorable, and Kylie can agree with this one, is dealing with pure blooded vampires. As far as, at least from my own personal experience, none of the full bloods are kind to half breeds, or those of my particular disposition.
Actually, the
Uh,
vampire lord has 22 of you.
Elliot
Just letting
pauses
you
to
know.
look at you really hard.
Your kind are not necessarily rare in some situations. He's not a how do I put this? The vampires are kind of I hate that term coven. That's to be reserved only for witches. But they hold a very strong assembly under the eldest one, and my understanding is he's not necessarily as evil as uh, what was his name, Strahd, or well, a number of other ones. Though some of the underlings, the younger, lesser lords and such, are petty and weird.
Well, that may have intrigued me out of respect for Kylie's disposition. I suppose options 2 and 3 are against our ethics. I look over to Aura and they say, which one of those don't work well for you? Because so far, despite my own particular morals, I'm actually inclined to the first option of stealing from this shogun. Or rather, let me rephrase that, liberating the diamond for a just cause.
Devils are just kind of slavers with fancy names. I'm gonna have to pass on the Arcanoloth.
I'm gonna be tempted to smite it.
I don't even
As
know how.
for stealing it, that's fine.
Just as a point though about ethics, just to throw out my 2 cents, the vampires are probably the more ethical ones. As far as how they're going to uphold things, they haven't really screwed anybody over once they make a deal. They're like the accountant. They hold to it, but less paperwork.
Is
But she
Deckham
kind of like starts like going through something and kind of walks off a little bit.
is, I mean, we should probably have this conversation once
Deckham is
Deckham is
fully recovered.
yeah.
Yes.
That way we can
No,
kind of decide.
Not to mention, considering our current condition, I think we should all use a day to mull over the choices. That way, we'll be fully prepared and ready to go once we make our choice.
I mean, so long as I
Sure.
can keep her sedated, you have pulls out the watch. You have about a month before it's too late for her, or she starts suffering brain damage from the sedation.
Oh,
Are you kidding me? Wait, is she being artificially sedated?
Yes, the only way to keep her between the worlds so that she isn't bound here.
Now you see the actual angry, frustrated emotions on Elliot.
Callist is you can roll the insight, but I will tell you, Callisti is just as like her face, like she is trying to keep a straight face about it, but it's that I'm not thinking about it. I'm just doing it like a nurse. Whereas, behind that mask, you can definitely see she's probably just as pained as you are about it.
He's not gonna incite it, but he's just gonna walk over here and just call out toward the direction of Decim and Kay. Decim, I hope you've heard our options.
I have, and I feel like I'm very clear for most of the option.
good talk.
Why is it always the welder?
If we're following the moral compass of Decim, I don't think he wants to deal with the Arcanoloth or a vampire, but at the same time, he doesn't like stealing things, but maybe it'll help.
Why not? I
I
can
don't
talk
know.
the Garcanoloth down and vampire, vampires will be quite easy to make a deal with.
I read him wrong. I read him so wrong.
I mean, I could swallow my pride a little bit more if they're as straight shooting as I hope compared to what I've had to deal with.
I say just steal it.
I'm
I
not good at stealth.
Well, there's
Neither
some
am
of
I.
us that are.
Decim.
You're a fantastic distraction.
Fantastic, tick.
Hey, I
Um,
don't think I asked you, where are you from?
You're very persuasive.
Is that Callisti asking me? Sorry.
Yes.
Um, um, did wait? Do you not have books of it here? She's kind of looking at her a little bit perplexed, considering she knew where mostly everyone else was from.
No, I just didn't ask where you were actually from. I figured it would come out in conversation. I try not to pry too much with new magic. Or
Small.
I just this isn't the first time he's been at my house.
Oh dear God. I hate you so much. Just a small spit of land kind of lost to the sea by the name of Hollow Slug. Well, not the small spit of land, it's a giant ass continent, but
You see Callisti like for a few moments. Oh, that's why you don't. You're from the coast, aren't you?
yeah.
Oh, okay. That explains the weird awkwardness between you and Elliot. Okay.
Exactly what is this awkwardness that I've been trying to figure out, but at the same time ignore?
It's the taste.
There's awkwardness.
No, it's, well, let me explain this really quickly. Where I come from, most of the nobles that lived where were vampires. They ruled a good portion of the land and used it to stay in power, build great monuments and all that. Problem was, people tended to look the other way whenever they got involved with things, whether it's them glamoring people or worse. So, do excuse me if why swallowing my pride on noble vampires is kind of a sore subject.
He's an orphan.
Not an orphan. Still have my parents.
You're a female.
No.
Declan was referring
Um,
to me.
You're female.
Sorry, I was confused for a minute where that was going.
Yeah,
No, this is
Elliot,
fantastic. Deku is literally currently getting welded on, and he hates being welded.
Okay. Sorry. But
listen, I just want to check something.
But Elliot has told Declan that he was an orphan that was taken in by the clergy.
okay.
Yeah,
So you don't like vampires?
Generally, no.
Okay.
that's
Got it.
understandable. From where I'm from, and at least from Blackmore, humans and vampires don't like.
Do you actually suck the blood of humans?
No,
What do you do then?
animal blood.
Oh, he's not the
What's your favorite?
He's not the dream damp here.
Or is absolutely totally sincere about this?
He is very much still looking at you straight eye to eye for this. So,
Please say fucking cat. I dare you.
If
I
you
was
want to
thinking
roll
goat.
perception to see what kind of emotion he's seen or he's making right now.
I can't. I'm in a different room.
Elliot is not even making these rolls. He's just telling you straight up, face to face.
I'll play.
Chicken.
Yes, there are times where I deal with a aggravating and annoying hunger, or rather a thirst, which I normally satiate at with beef, usually cows, or sheep, whatever animal I can get my hands on.
Not
I was
goat.
gonna say a joke. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So you're just an ordinary person that gets really hungry on occasion.
Yes. Problem was that when we were in that heretic's particular laboratory and her manor, the vast amount of dry blood was unfortunately affecting me a bit, which is why I was very keen on getting out of there. And
The room filled with bodies.
due to my emotional outburst,
Ah. I see.
Decum has a high Decum roll, and he noticed that you were not doing well with that room, but he also was in full alert.
yeah, that also going with it. Ellie goes, but I can tell you for sure, and with certainty, I have not fed on any humans or humanoids, if you wish to go more specified and broad term on it. Ellie says that very truthfully.
I know, this is just the face of I'm so fucking curious. All we had was murder and rich knock up fucking mages.
I love Aura, like as a character. I fucking love him.
Why?
Just like where you're from, how you deal with shit. So
Oh, the severe emotional disconnect from most things?
completely off topic. Who has watched the anime Desert Punk?
I haven't.
Yo,
I have.
That's the vibe I'm getting from Aura.
Yeah, pretty much.
same.
I've never seen, so
I would
technically I'm
recommend
in the
it.
same boat.
I
What?
recommend
Anyway.
A closer variation would be Conan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, like such a drastic world from most worlds, and the way he grew up in it, that he just is like, there's not like he can't tell if he's right and wrong in the sense that he doesn't know right and wrong.
Yeah,
Because-
that's why I get the Desert Punk vibe from you.
There wasn't a right and wrong situation with Aura. It was always like live or let live.
I'm pretty sure it's like a 1-season anime. You can get through it in a day. Like it's, I would seriously recommend it.
Does anyone watch the? Actually, we're getting off topic. Never mind. Or unless we're ending the session.
No,
Elliot
we're
was
still going.
Okay. Yeah.
Elliot
then I'll explain later.
Elliot just goes and adds, "Well, I'm not sure what do I need to do to convince you, but as I said, I never
Um,
fed on humans or humanoids, nor do I have
no, I,
to."
I believe you. I'm just, and he just kind of looks off.
So, Kyle,
Hmm?
how do you tell the difference between a vampire and a lawyer?
If you make a joke, I will actually shoot you.
I'm
Oh,
inclined to hit you with a maul.
I'm sorry. I mean, I thought it was a good one.
That
I'm really bad
that
at jokes.
What?
that's kind of in poor taste, but go on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to hear it.
Shut the fuck up, Deckham.
Felicity looks very awkward and uncomfortable. Like,
You had a joke.
I just hit a nerve.
Say the joke.
Oh no! Now you're forced into a position where two people want to beat the shit out of you.
Okay, how do you tell the difference between a vampire and a lawyer?
What's a lawyer?
A lawyer has a briefcase.
Oh,
What was that, Deckham?
A lawyer has a briefcase.
Oh, well, that's not wrong. But
Damn
the
it.
joke was from Hollow Swag, and it depends on if you're in Schlington or Avu.
I hate you so fucking much.
it's just stare.
Elliot gives the briefest and probably most dumbed down version of what a lawyer is and just says, "A lawyer is supposed to be someone who either defends or persecutes you on a trial."
Ha!
Yeah, that doesn't really happen where I'm from.
He just thinks for the longest time, and then all you see is the fucking meme from Zootopia of the sloth slowly smiling. Like-
Yes, the law bringers.
Ah,
Unfortunately, our version is the
Fucking
holier
him
than thou,
processing the
might you or
joke.
not.
Wait, did Aura
Hmm.
take that long to fucking process the joke? I
we didn't have
fucking love-
lawyers, we had executioners.
I was like, yeah, I don't think it's that. I think it just takes a long time for Aura to smile.
Yeah, he forgot what a
get an
smile
idea.
is like.
Just get an idea of like, oh, okay, this is what this guy's talking about.
Mogul, I also fucking hate you for that joke just because of shit.
You just hate me because I came up with it from your world. And
Well,
it's gonna
that
show
and
up
plus
again
you-
later.
I know it will, and I'm gonna fucking hate the reverse end of it in my campaign.
I'm gonna be so upset when I find a vampire with a briefcase.
Joke's on you, I'm gonna put one in the campaign out of spite.
Don't tempt me.
Don't give a fuck.
Fuck, we're not doing any Ravenloft stuff on my end.
Anyway,
All right. So if we're willing to start tying this up tonight, since it's almost 9.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, unless Aura wants to go out a little bit further. Unless we're just kind of bantering.
This is just, yeah, this is
Yeah,
banter
okay.
at its finest.
Okay,
Alright,
then
I'm
we
inclined
should-
for the first and third choice then, but not dealing with an Arcana lock.
I know how to steal things, and guards aren't a big issue. I mean, if they're killable, but
The one thing, Aura, I almost said Aurum because like my, how good are you at? So I have a thing I can do if
hiding.
you are willing to trust me for about like 5 seconds, just to make sure this works.
Why? What are you doing?
Just think of it as a mental connection for us so we could talk without talking, and as long as we're not a mile away. If we're gonna end up robbing this place, it would be for our benefit, so we could at least give updates. Here, I'll kind of ping what it is. Because this is basically telepathy on crack, and what telepathy should be.
What the telepath feat should be.
Yeah, here, I'll get the
I've read this before. It's literally just
Out
what the
of
telepath
curiosity,
feat should be.
does the link, like, what does the link do besides just let you talk? Like, do you?
That's it. It doesn't
That's
like
it.
give me access to anything in your mind.
Okay,
and
I
you
was
could-
gonna
and you
say
could-
because if you know what he's thinking, you're gonna have to roll some saves in a minute.
No, here I think it's called psychic.
It's basically
Whisper.
the equivalency of like
Really good
Fucking
telepathy.
casting message back and forth regularly.
Yeah.
Pretty
Cool.
much.
I suppose another idea would be, I
Here,
guess.
I'll just look at him. Yeah, I'll look at it. I'm willing to try new things.
here I shortened it down.
If you
This is
don't
what it
kill
would be.
me, I'll kill you first, always.
So basically, how this works is any creature I could see, and there's no range on it. Basically, I can connect my mind to theirs. They can and receive messages, and it can kind of go between anyone and myself as well. And they can cut off the connection if they need to, and it works from a mile away. So this shit is actually insane. This is
Man,
what
why?
telepathy should be, but it's so fucking good.
Oh,
You hear in your head. Test 1 2.
All right, it seems to be working, and back into yours.
He just stares at you. Like his head leans forward a little and takes a big old swig of his whiskey. Like, whoa.
I will state this though.
What's
This
up?
isn't the first time you've had this situation happen, Laura. Your home world does tend to have people with similar abilities.
I will say
It is
though,
And that's
I,
why he
Alright.
was hesitant at first. I don't know if I like the idea of anything that isn't physical.
I will say, and this
Mhm.
is her now talking. If you wish to sever the connection, then you can physically do that, and I can't reestablish it. So it's up to yours as well.
How do I?
Just think of like, imagine a door closing, and then it should close off the connection.
You
Yeah.
can't do it again if I say no once.
N- Basically, actually, do they have to be willing? No, they don't. That's actually fucked.
Uh,
I
No,
will say
but
they are able to close it off, but you are able to open it back up again willingly.
I can, but I generally try not to do that against people's will because I feel that's a bit immoral.
Anyway, if you
I'll
guys
sever it for
are
now.
finished with that, I was going to move back
He
to
just
Deckham
giggles
before
at
we
the
call it a
word
night.
morals.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
It's just such a,
I get to be
strange
involved.
word.
What was that?
He's giggling
Don't
at
worry
the word
about me.
immoral.
Well, Deckham,
Anyway,
Yes.
as you are being worked on, there becomes a moment where you're pulling off panels and they are just full of ash, and to the point where you're not even sure what
That
is
should
there.
be working. Why is that working, but it's all dust?
And then there's a moment where she opens up, the cleaning, and at this point she's just taking plates off to see how bad it is. She opens up your chest, and for you, what should normally have just been anything else, you are suddenly met with a black screen. All you see is black,
Uh-oh.
and then a green cursor.
Oh.
Blink, 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 blink. New hardware detected. Initializing update.
Okay, hold a moment.
2%, 5%, 10%, 50%, 100%, 106%.
Fuck.
Your vision flickers and you come back. Your chronometer says it's been 20 minutes. Kay looks at you weird. For a moment, you go to say something and then it flashes again. Your vision goes black. Command prompt comes up. Same blinking cursor. Repairing. Storage.
Oh dear.
Fragmentation. You suddenly see a flash. A being. Of cogs. Of wires. you have a sense that this being is. You have no true concept of God, but if you ever did, this might be it. But you also know it's not God.
War Unit
It's something
A12?
You just hear a voice. Prototype. The vision clicks back. You see your HUD has changed slightly. The icon that you saw before, they've been rearranged. Some icons are missing. Your defensive mode, your sentry mode have been replaced. And Deckham. You look down. It's been another 10 minutes. Kay looks at you worried and at first, and then she's like, okay, you're coming back. You didn't lose power. And she looks down, you look down. All the ash has begun to fall out as you see new gold. You see new metal. The cogs and stuff that make up your body are still there, but all of the circuits and the energy pathways, they're newer, stronger, completely rebuilt. As you get this. Did it show?
It did, yeah.
Yep.
So I'm reading.
Ooh, actually funny.
That's so cool.
Oh.
Lightning bolt.
I got
Does
lightning
deep
bolt, but
hinge now.
oh my god.
Mechanically, you can only increase it once. So, if you are casting Lightning Bolt for 3 sorcery points, you can increase that d8 to a d10.
Yeah. That's pretty
Nice.
fucking good.
I think wait, you mean only one die or like the full set of die?
It's the full set of die.
So yeah, instead of 8d6, it becomes 8d, or is it d6s?
It's D8s for a lightning bolt.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah,
8d8
six,
and then it'll become 8d10.
6d8s, it becomes 6d10.
60-10,
Yeah.
yeah, that's lightning bolt.
My Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's gonna be
But
a
that's
fucking
why
menace.
it's such a heavy sorcery point cost.
Yeah.
And I will point this out. It all depended on what you did to stop the barrier. You overloaded it, which is why this one. There was another one that was called Old Circuit's New Cogs, which had a whole different effect.
And there was one called Fuck My Ass where it's completely destroyed your character when he died.
New
Maybe
processes
distributors.
online. New circuits, old cogs, registered. The fuck is that? Oh, I'm sorry, Kay.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, I'm just glad that there's apparently no damage in your batteries. Your battery wasn't a crystal before that. That's weird. As you actually do look down and see a blue
That's
glowing crystal.
new.
That seemed to,
That used to
you know,
be.
those Tesla orb ones. You know, the shock orbs that you can put your fingers to and the lightning jumps. That's what it looks like inside
The Tesla
crystal.
ladders. I think they're
Yeah,
called
the ones that are
ladders.
inside glass.
Yeah, no, I understand. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's not. Well, we always knew I wasn't a normal warforged, but you're gonna have to start taking notes, Kay.
I mean, this is on a different level. I mean, Warforged were originally created in, factories and such, is my understanding. Callisti, yep. Then the sentience happened.
Right, after the first war, I gained a bit of more cognizance. After the war of.
Go ahead.
After the War of Mon La, in the
You also have
southeast.
vaguer memories of prior to that. You're starting to have a few ghosts. You know, you can't really pin things down, but there are faces and things that are more.
War Unit A12 is currently offline, but I see flashes of what he has done in the past. To tell you, I was quite remarkable.
Well,
Us,
I mean,
personally,
as long as you're still Deckham.
yes. I'm actually more Deckham than I was before. I don't believe in stressful situations I will switch to Combat Unit A12 for quite some time. Unless the straits become dire.
As you go through looking for the protocols, you can't find them, but you do sign new protocols. Predominantly self and combat. But it is not the same combat as you recall. These are safeguard. This is a safety switch.
Okay, alarming news. Personal Unit Deckham now has a sense of self.
Whenever you do try to run it, though, it just you do it, and it just seems like it's just there.
Which is constantly running. I feel. I feel.
Okay, I don't know if everybody's still talking. My everything just kind of roboted hard for me there.
No, I'm just
No,
listening.
you're
I
still
just.
listening.
It was pretty much I feel, comma, more shocked. I feel.
Yeah, you do. You don't have that cold switch that you have. You feel that there is a weight to it now.
I. I worry. The ones in the other room. They need aid. No. More than that. They need someone to help them. Personally.
I mean,
They're
I
broken.
guess if yeah, they need help. I mean, if we're gonna get out of here and what Miss Duskhaven says is right, then I guess I'll stay here.
Yes.
Ghosty kind of leans in. Yeah, again, safe. Well, as safe as it can be.
If I am to aid them, I cannot be worrying about your safety while you're with us. Khaleesi's peeking her head in, right?
Yeah, she's stirring in something into a coffee before taking a drink.
Miss Duskhaven, if I could implore you to protect my Kaelana. That's one of the very first times she's heard her name from Deckham. I I
Yeah.
I
And already have the room made as she kind of motions behind, and you kind of hadn't noticed it, but behind the workstation there is actually like a hammock set up and bedding and
He says I about 6 times before he goes, I feel I need to help them. Programming overwritten.
Well, that's good to hear. As for all of you, just as a statement, every act of good and kindness you do does lessen the power that this domain has over you. Just remember that.
Mm.
And that is where we're going to end session. With one extra caveat, which is that welcome to level 4.
Oh, thank you.
Thank God.
Dear Lord, we go.
Oh!
No.
Hey, Papi Moogle.
Hold
Do
on.
is it
And
Mexico?
with that,
Okay, we have to
I am
end this.
Goth Moogle, your dungeon master. And thank you all for joining us tonight. We will be back again in a week and a half, or a week or 2 weeks. And next week we have Jeebus and all the usual mess. So I'm going to jump it over to Jeebus.
Next week, it will be the full dive into the probably mainly shopping session, and then trying to deal with the beginnings of the problems that Big Green has been causing.
The Dungeon
No.
Master's Guide says it's only a rare item. That's only 5,000 gold.
Yes, 12,000 gold, because fuck you.
But I saw this for 200 gold.
You know, I've
like
learned from
uncommon.
past mistakes. With that jovial note, yes, next session of Drake's will mainly be a shopping episode, unless everybody kind of sends me what they really want, quote unquote. Fuck you guys, send me things that you want.
I mean, I already have 2 things that I want, so I don't.
Yeah,
really
yeah,
care.
you know, Elric, you're gonna be spending all of your money,
I know. I hope that
but you're
man.
getting a. Elric will most likely be getting the first mythic item of my campaign.
I hope someone's ready to go balls deep
Let's
with that
go.
fucking item.
And
I'm
then,
gonna enchant the shit. I'm gonna give you so
actually,
many fucking buffs. It's gonna be gross.
actually, our resident cleric also has a chance to get a very good item. So I will throw it over to Kyle, also known as Mariner.
Eh, I am playing the I apparently hate vampire gems fucking rogue in this campaign. But no, yeah, you can find me at Diameriter on Twitch, or yeah, Diameriter on Twitter, Transfix on Twitch, and yeah, next week I'll get to put these people through the ringer after they finally deal with the fun that isn't a one shot anymore, and kind of have to deal with the real life bullshit, and we'll see how
The
that
return.
goes. Yeah.
We can't stop here. This is Sandtape Country.
Fuck off with that already.
The sand apes are real, and you're all liars.
I hate you all. Moogle, what's your? I say this jokingly, but what's your opinion on the feat lucky and how much you want me to kill myself? I take it. I'm not going to, but I was just curious.
I'm gonna be honest. I would rather not play the game just
Okay,
because.
that's what I kind of figured because it's annoying. Anyway, yeah, and I'll throw it over to Miser. Sorry.
Hello, everyone. I, I am the very strange, not so complicated Dampier Paladin Elliot, and I am also the DM of Into the Wildlands, which next week will be the last Into the Wildlands of this year of 2021.
I thought you just said it was the last one. I'm like, holy shit, are we really ending ourselves that much?
That's it. That's a wrap.
I love scaring you guys sometimes, but yeah. So next week will be the last set of games for year 2021 coming up, and you can find my content on both Twitch and YouTube, MiserMark2010. You can also find stuff that I'm part of and collaborated with in Jeebus and Dingus and Transpace Mariner with their YouTube and Twitch accounts. Don't mind me, I'm having a bit of a runny nose and cold coming up, I think. But otherwise, yeah, if you can catch our stuff, which I know nobody's watching, but who cares? Enjoy holidays and all the other stuff coming about. And
Uh,
closing back will go to Greed.
okay. I was gonna
Oh
say, don't forget
yeah,
me, please.
macro.
Hey, howdy. I am your socially awkward serial killer.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
Or
now we
more
just found out all
instead
the
of,
backstory. Now I got to rewrite all that shit.
God damn it. Sea of Sorrow. In Sea of Sorrows, I'm Maura Morris. Next week I will be premiering as Rasputin and Odin in the future campaigns to be seen. I don't have any social media, but you can probably see me in other things in the future. But I don't know how else to. Oh yeah, one final thing before we go. An immovable rod is an uncommon magical item, Jeemus. I'm just saying.
An immovable rod is on the list.
Is it really?
Yes.
Ugh.
See, I
Anyway.
stuttered on my words because I heard a random thing of audio just like appear, and I didn't know where it came from.
Yep. All right,
Oh,
guys.
it was
So,
from fucking.
anyway, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. And since this is the last of this before the holiday, we hope everybody a happy holiday, and probably see you Sunday
Holiday.
after.
Goodbye.
Thank y'all for showing up, and we will see you next week.